Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Thursday, the 8th of March, 2018, and my name is Stephan Reis.
My name is Mr. Voice. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hope you all could see me.
Oh yeah, they could see you. Don't worry yourself. All right, so well, I know you're missing for the last couple of days. Yeah, what happened? I know you had a little thing with the kids, with the school, and then...
School, and of course, well, the other part I don't want to really say because...
Okay, all right, leave it alone.
Yeah.
All right, now we got a lot to get through this morning. Vasant Bharat will be here this morning. And Mr. Bharat is going to be here to talk about the St. Augustine nurseries and that situation there, because he's a former Minister of Agriculture and one of the people that has been a former MP for the area as well. And also somebody who has been against the HDC project at the St. Augustine nurseries, which is,
okay.
well, if I could call it prime agricultural land. Okay? So Mr. Vasant Bharat is going to be here. We also going to review that situation with Kim and Philip Alexander yesterday, because a lot of people have been calling me, and I'm getting a lot of messages on social media as well, with people asking what's my thoughts, and I'll give you my thoughts because I saw it yesterday. Voice is going to see it for the first time. And the reason for that is...
Reason for what?
Because of people's reaction.
Okay.
People would have reacted in real time. I want Voice to react in real time to what he sees, because I have reviewed it. So I want to make it clear out the gate. What I have reviewed, piece by piece, step by step, he has not. He is going to see, and you are going to see, in case you missed it, in its entirety, all 16 or 17 minutes of it.
Okay, yes.
What happened? And he's going to see it for the first time, the same way you saw it for the first time when you reacted yesterday. And he's going to tell me what he thinks.
All right, yeah.
Whether it is for or against any particular individual, he's going to tell me how he saw it.
All right, yes.
Good. I'm going to tell you how I saw it after I broke it down. And we're going to break it down piece by piece as well. Good? And also this morning we have a situation taking place at Cadell Trading, where the workers are protesting very quietly there, and it's being kept under law. And we went down there and we did an investigative report. We spoke to the workers down there, the warehouse workers, and we're going to hear from them.
All right.
So the first thing I want to do this morning, before we get into the news day, is I want to issue a public apology to Scotchy. Now, yesterday morning, there was an incident between Scotchy and my cousin, Aaron. An accident that took place, and both vehicles were damaged. And yesterday morning, I was trying to put across the point that how could somebody not be wrong in an accident if their license is expired?
Right. Yeah.
And in doing so, we put up Scotchy's license. And unfortunately, outside of the expiry date that I was trying to highlight, there was a picture of Scotchy and his name and so on and his other information. And I want to issue a public apology for posting that on the show yesterday morning.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I also want to explain the situation and how it took place. Good. So, I've been informed by both parties. Spoke to my uncle last night because they went to Scotchy's insurance company, and I spoke to Scotchy as well last night. So I want to say good morning to Scotchy. And good morning to my uncle as well, Martin. Now, when the accident happened, what happened, he was coming around a blind corner. Now, I know the street and I know the bend that they're talking about up in Fort George there. Okay. It's a blind corner. You really can't see nothing coming. Right. Now, when the accident happened, both drivers came out of the vehicle, they looked at the damage to the vehicles, they exchanged information. That's how my cousin got the picture of his license. Good. They both went to the police station and they made the report.
Right.
Right. When he got to the police station now, at that time, that is when he realized his license was expired.
Okay.
Good? Because it's a company vehicle and usually he's driven, he has a driver, but he was driving on that particular day. Now, I could understand that. Like I tell my uncle last night, I said, well, look, I could understand that the man reached the police station and he realized his license expired, because license and insurance is something you don't really check on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Or often.
It passes you by sometimes.
It passes you by.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I could understand that because it probably happened to me already before I renew my license, and whatever the case is. My license probably expired and I was probably driving with it and didn't know. Right? Even your insurance, you don't check on a regular basis to see when your insurance up. You might go renew your insurance today, and then you forget because you didn't check it back to see when it is your insurance going to be up. And sometimes you're driving a vehicle and your insurance up, it happens, okay? Now, the question I was raising yesterday is to how he could not be wrong if the license expired. Well, I was also informed that when they got to the police station, he inquired about it. He said, well, officer, what is the procedure pertaining to the expired license and the accident? The officer said, well, as far as the expired license goes, is that just a charge for driving without a valid driver's permit?
Right there.
And you pay the fine and whatever, and you renew your license and whatever the case is.
Right.
It does not have an outcome with the insurance company and how the matter is going to be dealt with.
Okay.
Which I didn't know. And a lot of people didn't know either. And I think we'll hit the streets and ask that question and see how many people know and don't know. Now, as far as that goes, he went the very next day and he renewed his license. So he has a valid driver's permit. Good?
Okay.
The whole accident, he went through the proper procedures after making the report. He went through the proper procedure, and the matter now is in the hands of the insurance company. Now, as far as the insurance company goes, and whatever they are offering my uncle and they, that has to be dealt with from the insurance company's point. Scotchy has no control over that.
That's true.
He cannot call the insurance company and say, oh, let's speed up the thing now because the people van down and they need to make an income. He cannot do that. The insurance is going to move at the speed that they are moving at.
Yeah, that is also the very hard part, because sometimes
the hard part.
They drag.
And I think within the whole thing, that was the frustration part with my uncle in terms of the vehicle, because when he started telling me about, boy, the vehicle is making 2,000 a week and we have a loan to pay here, and I got to put in the costs and things, but all the losses and things that we're losing. And then I went and I find out about that. So I informed him. I said, well, listen, don't go down that road because accidents has happened. It ain't like the man run into your vehicle, on purpose. It happened, right? And we do operate so. So don't go down that road. Let me see if I can deal with it, and find out about it. And that's how we ended up posting it and thing yesterday. And we spoke about the issue and highlighted it. So I informed him, apparently, when it comes to loss of income is only established once the vehicle goes in for repairs. Not from the time the accident happened. Yeah. So if the vehicle takes 2 weeks to repair, you just get 2 weeks. That's what you get. So it don't even make sense. All right? So he agreed with me last night and he said, all right, no problem. Okay? Now, in terms of the driver's permit being expired, I was also informed, if the permit, and Scotchy was informed of this too, if the permit was revoked,
all right,
then it affects the overall scenario.
Right, so that's if somebody's license was suspended or something like that.
If it's suspended or right.
Right.
Then it would affect the overall issue in terms of the insurance companies and whatsoever.
And all of that. Okay.
But not once it's expired. So as far as things are going, the police has said it's a 50-50.
Right.
The insurance company yesterday explained that to my uncle, that is a 50-50. He is disappointed because the overall cost to repair the vehicle is 17,000.
Wow.
Right? It was 29, it come down to 17, I don't know how. I didn't bother to go into that because I was just trying to deal with all this headache back and forth.
Right.
And so what they're offering basically is $8,000 for the repairs to the vehicle.
Oh my.
Yeah. So he would have to find the money to fix the rest of the vehicle. And once again, I had to explain to him last night, that's no fault of Scotchy. Scotchy has nothing to do with that. The insurance company, and Scotchy and I discussed that last night. But they're going to try to get to pay as least amount of money as possible, obviously.
Right, and you have to let them know. Yeah, that's
your
up to you.
Your fight is with the insurance company.
Right? Yes.
Not Scotchy.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, I want to issue a public apology to Scotchy for posting the license with your information. Like I said, it was meant to just highlight the expiry date on the license and not to put your personal information out there, brother. Apologize for that publicly, and I will retract what I said yesterday. And I want to make sure that I get this apology out and the information out correctly. Okay? So as far as that goes, it's the insurance company. He went through the proper procedure and the proper channels, both parties. Right? And there is nothing that he could be at fault with.
Right.
Because it's in the insurance company, and however they deal with it from the other insurance company, and they
have to go back and forth. Right.
That is how it's going to come up. But in terms of an expired driver's permit, I just want to put it out there to people, for the people that believe that when somebody gets in an accident and their permit expired,
that's it.
That you're immediately
you
wrong.
immediately win the case. Yeah,
It is not like that.
Yeah.
It does not work like that. If your license is suspended or revoked, then you're in some trouble. Expired, they give you the opportunity to renew the license still.
Right.
And he went and he did that. He renewed it the very next day, and he went back and he showed them. He said, look, I went and renewed my permit.
Right.
And they said, well, all right, no scene. And I had to big up the police officers as well for being considerate and understanding in the matter, because
because it happens. And
it have some police that would have said, ah, boy, we catch you.
Yeah. And it's a hard fight.
And give him real hell.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. All right? They understood the situation. They understood that, listen, license is something to really check on. And that's a little wake-up call for everybody out there.
Yeah, check it out. Take a check.
I even pull out my license yesterday and I said, well, I don't know my license expires in 2022.
Well, I
So,
good.
Yeah.
I 2027 or something.
Yours is 2027.
Yeah, nice right now.
So once again, apologies, Scotchy. Apologize publicly. Retract what I said yesterday. And that is what happened with the scenario with that particular accident. It's going through the insurance now. And the insurance has to deal with it.
I hope your uncle
He
fighting
went
though.
through all the proper procedures.
hope
He's
your
not
uncle
at
fight
fault
it.
in any way. All right? And big up
Tell-
Scotchy's bar to other come there and take a drink, man.
Tell your uncle fight it, because he can get all of his money.
No, well, he has to fight it. He has
Yeah,
to
he
fight
had to
it. But
fight
Scotchy,
it.
it was
But-
an accident.
But there is
Coming
offer.
down a blind corner,
They always do
cousin
that.
coming down, bam.
They always try to get the least amount of money they could give you
Yeah.
possible. They will try to do that. Make them jump out the paper, because you ain't supposed to be jumping out for that. That's what insurance is for.
That's what the insurance is for.
Let them
Right? He has
spend
nothing
the
to do with that. Put it in the hands of the insurance company. They have to deal with it. All right? Reports, everything was made. All right. So with that, very quickly this morning, we're just going to take a very quick look inside of your newspaper this morning. And at the front page of your newspaper, slamming CJ's conduct, Justice Gobin says, we've been battered. And Archie ducks the media while the Law Association appeals the ruling. All right? Outspoken High Court Judge Justice Carol Gobin says judges have been battered, left ashamed and demoralized thanks to Chief Justice Ivor Archie. In an explosive email exchange with colleagues on the bench, Gobin, who has been openly critical of the Chief Justice, vented on a plan by Archie to go on a 6-month sabbatical from Sunday to rest, reflect, and study in Washington, D.C. She has also pleaded with her colleagues to discuss whether Archie's departure, if he should go as planned, might not constitute abandonment of his office. And that has been a very contentious situation with the Chief Justice going on a sabbatical. It's never been heard or done before while you're sitting as the Chief Justice. And the questions was raised by former Chief Justice Satnarayan Sharma.
Right.
He said this has never happened before, and a lot of questions have to be asked. So the person he's appointing in his position, that person now would be entitled to his perks, to his salary. Who foot in that bill? Is the taxpayer going to foot that bill? Now, from what I understand, if he goes on a sabbatical, it's without pay. All right? But I have to double check that. I've been trying to double check it. I didn't get a chance to double check it yesterday, but I will find out about that. All right? But this to me is madness. One, you challenge the Law Association investigation against you for misconduct.
Right.
You win. So the message to the nation is, you can't question or challenge the Chief Justice.
At least this one.
Right? Because the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago are now appealing that decision in order to start back the investigation. Right?
They're adamant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They want to start back the investigation. They want the investigation to continue because it is a serious matter. Because if you have brought the judiciary into disrepute by your actions, then something has to be done to make sure that does not happen again.
Yeah, and those that are looking on don't think that they can come and do the exact same thing or even worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, a lot of questions have to be answered there. But and he ducked the media. I'm going to find out why he ducked the media.
I wish the Law Association would take over the police, fire, everybody can deal with them as a thing. Don't let them up. Keep on jamming.
I'm reading some of that. There's a headline here, as Law Association appeals CJ ruling, judges asked, where do you stand? And there's an article here with Martin Daly there. Apartments for Cedra's families. Guilty of VAT fraud, man ordered to repay money. Pregnant Venezuelan in court for illegal entry. She said, I came for a better life. Man freed of 9-year-old murder. Cops defuse fiery protests. 2 days shut down, solves nothing, PNM Tobago PRO says. Let's see, what else has we got in the papers here this morning? I'm looking at, CJ ducks media at opening of Children's Court. As questions surround the granting of a 6-month sabbatical to embattle Chief Justice Ibarchi, the CJ steered clear of the media yesterday as he opened the Children's Court in Faizabad. So once again, they're ducking the media, they don't want to answer the media questions. I have a problem with that. Here you are as the Chief Justice saying that you're going to take a 6-month sabbatical, coming off the back of a contentious issue, like the one between bringing misconduct in public office and bringing the judiciary into disrepute, stopping the Law Association from investigating the matter, right? And now you're going on a 6-month sabbatical.
Did they say where he's going to by chance?
Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
You're going to do studies there, and it's to rest, relax.
And reflect.
Rest, reflect, and study.
Okay.
Right? And look, he ducked the media yesterday. Project manager of the Juvenile Court, Candice Davis Blackman, blocked reporters from speaking with the CJ or accompanying him and the official entourage on a tour of the building, saying very politely that she was following instructions. She offered to take the media on a separate tour of the building, which is owned by Laura Khan, wife of Energy Minister Franklin Khan. You know, they put that in there.
So he can rest, relax, and study in Tobago?
But why are you ducking the media? You're the Chief Justice, you're a public figure. Why are you ducking the media? You are paid by the taxpayer. And I'm very sure that the taxpayer
But he doesn't want to
wants
speak.
to know.
If he doesn't want to speak, you can't force him to speak
Let's take a couple calls on that.
You can't force the man to speak. He doesn't want to speak on the issue. He doesn't want to speak.
Well, we'll find out. 622-9785, 628-6993. I just want to take 2 calls on that before we take the break. Morning.
This is a recording.
All right, next caller. Just 2 calls on that. What are your thoughts towards the Chief Justice here?
That's what you hire lawyers for. Lawyers speak for you. You don't say a word.
Exactly. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Morning.
Hey, Stephan voice. Good morning to you guys. They go Central here.
Yeah, they go.
I want to ask a question. Who approved his sabbatical?
Who approved
Prove it.
the sabbatical?
Yeah, if you want to go on vacation, Stephan, you have to go to your boss and say, listen,
Right.
I need time off. Who approved his own? Because that's the next question. Now we had to ask, who gave him permission to go?
Who gave him permission?
Yeah, I mean, there's one aspect, can he hand over permission, if you want to call it that?
Okay, well, he applied, as far as I know, right? He applied for leave in November. Right? And as far as I know, something like that the president would obviously have to sign off on.
But the Law Association every year has a period where they go on vacation, not so? I mean, all the judges and all of them, they have a period of time that they go on vacation.
Well, he has annual vacation leave, you know.
But it's a sabbatical he taking, eh?
It's a sabbatical, it's not vacation.
Yeah.
I understand, but I mean, these are the people that are instructed to enforce the laws and to pass judgment on people who have cases, starting from the head coming down.
Right.
You have a period of vacation already assigned to you, and then on top of that, you're taking more. When is the country's business going to be done? So you have a problem with it, you know, in that aspect, you know what I mean? Besides the personal stuff that's going on as well. You are hired to do a job, the country's in a state, we need to get cases moving in this place. And you are the head of in charge of the law, the judges and you, I mean, you're not even at the job. You understand? So who's running the ship? Who fixes it? You know what I mean? No wonder the judges and them, you know, these emails going back and forth, expressing the discontent of what is going on. Because you were the man in charge of the ship, and you were, and like you're running the ship up wrong, as they say. You know, so who is going to help us as citizens? Who are people going to get justice in this place when these people are absent at the wheel?
Okay, understand.
Anyway, guys, have a good one, and best. The show is class as usual.
Thanks, caller.
Right, so I'll give you, Chief Justice Ibarchi will proceed on sabbatical leave for 4 months. Well, this article says 4 months. It's from CNC3's Facebook page. Starting on March 11, the leave was recently approved by the president after the application was submitted in November.
So he had asked for the time even before.
Yeah, and it was approved by the president after the application was submitted.
Being honest, I think I more have a problem with the length of time. I don't have a problem with him taking the leave, you know.
The sabbatical.
I mean, if I'm entitled to it, that's like somebody having
But
vacation.
If you could apply for it, obviously, then it's something that you're entitled
and
to.
plus, the point is, the man had applied for it from before.
At this time. Morning. Take this call before we go to the break. Yeah, morning.
Morning. I think we have to look at the larger picture here. We have so many outstanding judgments that we're waiting on under the hand of the Chief Justice. So are they not saying that justice is on vacation? Is that what it's telling us? Justice itself has taken a sabbatical as far as the people who are waiting on judgment that the Chief Justice is supposed to be handing down. This gentleman, with all due respect, has a history of delinquency as far as that is concerned. And to compound the matter, he's gone off on leave. And it's clear that the Chief Justice is above the law. The law doesn't apply to people like him.
Okay.
We really have a twisted system, and it's clear that since, and it's only since the last election that this man come to prominence in this manner. He was behaving himself all the time.
No,
he just gone crazy since this new government take over. I can't understand that, you know.
All right, caller, thanks.
We're
going to go to a break, but go ahead, voice.
I can't understand why people keep saying that the man is above the law. It is written in black and white. He applied for the leave. It was approved.
If it's something he applied for.
And it was approved.
Okay.
He didn't. So it is not as if people are making it
sound. It's not like he made the decision himself, I'm going on a sabbatical and I'm going. He
didn't do that. He's not doing that.
But the question that the caller is asking was asked by the former Chief Justice, Stephan Reis. What happens to the cases that he's residing over? No, do those people have to wait until you come back 6 months from now?
This is what I was saying earlier before you took the call. I said I have a problem with the length of time that he is going, not with the fact that he is going. Okay. And I'm saying if you are leaving for that length of time, you can't just leave and don't put things in place that the country could continue to move without your presence.
So I'll tell you what, we got to take a break, and we are 23 minutes past your 6 o'clock this morning. It is Thursday morning, and coming up after the break, we have Mr. Vasan Bharat is here, and we're going to talk about the St. Augustine nurseries and that particular situation with HDC. Also still to come this morning, stay tuned for it, because we're going to deal with that confrontation or that clash between the Cold Truth's Kim Cole and Phillip Alexander. So you all don't go anywhere, all the way on that. That's coming up inside a little bit later on this morning, very soon. All right, so stay tuned for that. And we're going to take a break. When we return, St. Augustine is up for discussion. We'll find out about that piece of land and how valuable that piece of land is in terms of agriculture and farming moving forward on the food import bill. We'll be back after this.
It's Royal, calling all my seafood seekers. Daryl's famous food Tobago, best food for the season, let's go. You want a fish combo? Daryl's. You want a shrimp combo? Daryl's. The famous fish finger, or a veggie pizza. Daryl's. You want a fish sandwich combo? Best food for the season, calling let's go. My seafood seekers, at Daryl's famous food Tobago. I'm Royal, your 2 times reigning Tobago Soca Mona King. And I'm saying come down at Daryl's famous food Tobago, located in Crown Point opposite the Cocoa Reef Resort. Daryl's famous food Tobago, your taste of the Caribbean.
Come and experience the mighty power of Jesus Christ, which can transform your life at Christ Our Banner Ministries, number 7 Chatu Avenue, Faizabad, with Reverend Dr. Deoraj Mahadeo and Deborah Mahadeo. Weekly meetings, worship service 10 a.m. every Sunday. There's also Sunday school and new believer classes from 9 a.m. Bible study and prayer meetings from Mondays at 7 p.m. Deliverance service Wednesdays 7 p.m. and Bible school every Friday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. All free of charge. He is the God of the impossible who loves you and desires to save you and do mighty things for you. So come and experience God's mighty anointing, which is able to break every yoke in your life at Christ Our Banner Ministries, number 7 Chatu Avenue, Faizabad. For prayer and counseling, call anytime. Telephone numbers 770-1044, 225-6487, 346-6566, 784-7596, or email dmahadeo@hotmail.com.
Are you looking for a home away from home? then the place you're looking for is Caribbean Tourist Villa, conveniently located at number 7 Methuen Street, Port of Spain, Trinidad, and fully equipped with cable TV and internet. Whether you're looking for that personal escape or it's you and friends, we're here to accommodate you in our air-conditioned rooms. So call us at 627-5423 or 624-6702 to make your booking today. And did I tell you about the pool? So come see for yourself. Caribbean Tourist Villa. It is definitely your home away from home.
Welcome to Alicia's Palace, your blissful getaway to absolute comfort. Beautifully nestled in the scenic St. Anne's Hills, paradise awaits every time you visit. Bring the family to enjoy the lush, eco-friendly ambiance and let Alicia's be your host. Indulge in tasty cuisine, swim in the pool, and stay in the spacious rooms at Alicia's Palace. Host your business meetings at their conference center, 1 3/4 mile post, Lady Chancellor Road, St. Anne's. Call 624-8553. Email info@aliciaspalace.com.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including manual and hydraulic crimpers, pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
So we're back on the inside, people, and I'm joined here now by a former Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Vasant Bharat, and we're going to talk a little bit on the issue concerning the St. Augustine nurseries, which we raised yesterday, and which Dr. Wayne Kublal Singh had some things to say earlier on this week, saying that, you know, the types of germplasms and stuff that exist there is very rare, and you're not going to, you know, that type of land should not be used for an HGC project. Now, we have a lot of people who have come out and spoken about this. They've literally protested the HGC project on that particular piece of land because the land there is for agricultural purposes. So we're going to find out from Mr. Bharat. I know he's against the HGC development there as well. So let's get straight into it about the St. Augustine nurseries. So that's for the education of the people. That particular land that it's on, how valuable is that land in terms of agriculture?
So let me say, I think this is a much bigger issue than just agriculture.
Okay,
because
good.
this is part of our national heritage.
Right.
This is 103 acres that was set aside in 1930 for the purposes, and the mandate actually states it, and I've actually done the research, and I've gotten the information from a 1931 agricultural ministry report, annual report, where it said that the nursery was being set aside for 2 purposes. One was for the ability to provide planting material to the farming community as well as to citizens generally. And since I was 4 or 5 years old, I've been going there with my parents, and thousands of people have also been doing that. And secondly, and very importantly, to conserve and to enhance important germplasm, either in live form or in frozen form, in cold storage.
Okay.
For current generations as well as future generations, but specifically with regard to food crops and fruit crops that are of strategic importance to food security in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So essentially what we have is a situation where on that tract of land we have germplasm, and germplasm is like the mother trees.
Okay.
And then that allows the perpetuation of the life existence of these plants. So you have breadfruit, avocado, guavas, mangoes, oranges, soursop, sapodilla, kaimit, pomerac, piwa, all of the things that we know growing up in Trinidad as being indigenous fruits to Trinidad and Tobago, and some vegetables and tree crops are resident in the St. Augustine
At the St. Augustine nurseries. Okay.
And in many cases, none of those things are replicable or replicated anywhere else in the country. So once you put concrete on that, you destroy our heritage forever, and you destroy the ability of future generations to enjoy those fruits.
Those fruits. Yeah. Now, in terms of how much money was spent, because I know money has been spent, because we had to bring up the money issue, because we're in a particular stage here where we hear in the country don't have money, is a recession, you don't have money to do this, you don't have money to do that. Now, a significant amount of money was invested into those lands.
Well, over the years, every government has understood the importance of the St. Augustine nurseries for as being a very valuable tract of arable land, as well as, of course, as I mentioned, the perpetuation of the germplasm for future generations. So, of course, every year you would have had monies allocated in the budget from the consolidated fund for the nurseries. But in addition to government itself allocating funds, many international institutions, including the Food and Agriculture Organization, have been giving funds to ensure that the St. Augustine nurseries in particular and specifically has been maintained and is kept going. So this is not just a project that is important to Trinidad and Tobago, because some of the fruits that we have there and the germplasm we have there exists only there in the entire world. And so they're specific to Trinidad and Tobago, and so therefore there is a mandate almost by many of the international organizations to ensure that it's maintained.
It's maintained. Now, somebody called in yesterday and they said, well, you know, agricultural lands were given to Caroni workers for farming and places in central Trinidad, and those lands have been used for development otherwise, for car parks and all kind of things.
Correct.
How does that differ from this?
It's completely different. There, initially in Trinidad and Tobago, across the entire country, there was just about 3,500 acres of what's called Class A Type 1 soil, which is what this is.
Okay, so the soil that you would have there is totally different to what we're talking about
Absolutely.
Here.
So there is only now 2 pieces of land primarily left with that type of soil in Trinidad and Tobago. The rest of it has had concrete put on it, either commercial or residential concrete. So there are only 2 pieces. One is a piece in Chagaramas, and the second piece is this piece here. So once you concrete this over, that's that tract of 100, well, it's now only 70 acres left, because 30 acres was taken many years ago to build the North Grove housing development, which is on the south part, which is the Ramgully Trace.
Right.
And of course, the government of the day in 2001 got away with it, and now they're attempting to take a further 17 acres. But you know, I want to depoliticize this whole thing, because this is far greater than any one government taking action in this particular matter. Because this transcends generations.
Right.
You know, so we need to depoliticize it, and we need to understand as a nation that this is far more important than any government policy of the day. Because you see, sometimes government policies are reversible. So if this government decided they're not going to open the Cuba Children's Hospital, that's fine.
That's fine.
If the last government decided they weren't going to open the Brian Lara Stadium, that's fine. Because that is a reversible policy. You could say, I'm not going ahead with that, or I'm not going to buy the OPVs anymore, or whatever it is. In this particular instance, once you put concrete on that soil,
it have no
there is no way
reversing.
back. There's no reversible. But you see, in addition to the very valuable germplasm and so on you have there, you have other issues. You have issues of traffic management, because the southern main road is a very small artery. When you put 500 new housing units in there, the attendant issues relating to unplanned development is going to manifest itself. So you're going to have another 1,000 cars coming out, because most people have 2 cars these days. So you're going to have 1,000 cars coming out on the southern main road. There are also 7 water wells on the property.
On the property. So this goes further than just the soil and everything.
And very important aquifers, that when it rains, the aquifers allow the proper runoff of water. What you have now is, once you put concrete on those aquifers and you cover up those wells, first of all of the hills of St. Joseph, which is supplied by the Wassa wells from there, you're going to have to find alternative means to provide water to them.
Okay.
In addition to which, once you cover the aquifers, there's nowhere for the water to run because you've concreted it over. So you're going to have attendant flooding in the area as well. So there are a lot of issues here that the government has clearly not considered. And they have said publicly that they're moving ahead. I want to again urge the government to rethink this because this is an issue of national importance that a lot of people are getting involved in, and there's going to be tremendous pushback. We are developing an online petition that we're going to get signed not just nationally but internationally.
Internationally.
Yeah, because it's an international issue.
All right. Now I wanna just read from an article here, where it was printed in the Guardian. The headline was "Plan to build homes at St. Augustine Industry stays," says Minister. There will be no turning back on the cabinet decision to develop lands in the area of the St. Augustine Industry unless the Town and Country Planning Division and the Environmental Management Agency, the EMA, fail to give the approvals necessary to the Housing Development Corporation for the construction of houses on several acres of the site. So they're saying unless Town and Country and Planning Division and the EMA says or fails to give the approval, then they're going to go on. Now, in terms of the EMA, right, the EMA and Town and Country must be, of course, aware of the value of that particular piece of land.
Correct.
Have they given the approvals?
Well, no. From what we gather, the Town and Country Division has given outline approval. According to the Managing Director of the HCC, Mr. Lyons, he says that Town and Country Planning Division has given outline approval, which allows them to go in there and do the surveys and the things that they have to do.
Yeah.
They already have plans drawn up and so on. They have to now go to the EMA, and I think the plans are before the EMA. They've just started that file. We've gotten a copy of that file, and we intend to lobby the EMA and the Town and Country with our concerns with regard to that. And we are going to go through a process. We are going to go through a legitimate, proper process. Ultimately, if all of that fails, we will take the matter further and take it. Ultimately, we're going to have to seek legal recourse.
Seek legal recourse.
Absolutely.
Now, I've seen the EMA done crazier things, man. Now, the food import bill that we have a food import bill. We have an agricultural sector, and this too, it's actions like this that leads me to believe that we really don't either know or understand how to diversify. Because like you said, we have a lot of different fruits and some vegetables that are indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago that we could export.
Correct.
Because the last time I checked, we were importing avocados.
Correct.
Importing from Dominica, I think it was the Dominican Republic, and $35 or $25 for. So,
You'd be shocked if I tell you we import tomatoes and lettuce.
We import tomatoes and lettuce.
From Costa Rica.
Okay, but why is that from Costa Rica?
Yes.
Okay, now, why is that being allowed to happen? And I mean, is it a competition? Are they competing with the local farmers?
No. So the issue is this. In most countries across the world, they understand the issue of food security and food sovereignty.
Right.
In Trinidad and Tobago, we pay lip service to it. So every government, including the one I was a part of, unfortunately, we talk in broad terms and grand terms about promoting the agricultural sector because it sounds really nice.
Okay.
And it appeals to a lot of people, right? And of course, when you come into office, you do exactly the opposite.
Right.
So right now, we have a situation where 55 years after independence, we are still dependent on the rest of the world to feed Trinidad and Tobago because 85% of the food that we consume is actually imported.
It's imported,
$7 billion worth of food is still imported. So coming back to the question that you asked, the problems that faced farmers 50 years ago, 40 years ago, are still present today. The issue of water, whether it's lack of water or too much water with flooding.
Right.
Right? Infrastructural issues regarding access roads to get to their crops and bring their produce out. Financing costs. Issues of predial larceny.
Right.
Right? Issues of security of tenure. Right. Granting of lease. All of those still exist today as they did 40 years ago.
Right.
The problem is that no minister of agriculture, apart from a period of 2010 to 2012, when the farmers actually had a voice because of the work that we were doing, no minister of agriculture or government has really given the attention to agriculture that it deserves. And so we are still in this cycle where farmers have no voice.
Right.
Agriculture is really the bastard child. Most ministers, unfortunately, see being the Minister of Agriculture as a demotion, as the lowest rung on the ladder in the ministry hierarchy.
Right.
So when you approach the job from that perspective, you clearly understand how the job is going to be performed, or the kind of minister that's going to be put in the job.
Yeah, because if you're going telling yourself, well, boy, they put me down in the basement.
But precisely.
I guess, I down in the basement here.
I just biding out my time.
I just come to work and go home. Collect my salary at the end of the month and,
Now, unfortunately, the current Minister of Agriculture has now sought to start blaming his public servants for lack of delivery. And I think that is regrettable, because it's the same people who were there when I was there. The same public servants who we worked with that got so much done is the same people who are there today. So if you start to blame them, I don't know how you're going to go to work on Monday morning and hope that they would work with you.
Exactly. No, we just have a few minutes left. But in that few minutes, right, I just want to ask a question in terms of that same farming issue, that same agricultural issue. How much money would you say should be afforded to the Ministry of Agriculture from the national budget? Because the budget, I mean, you could only do, that's why, like you said just now, that's why you would see the Ministry of Agriculture as the bottom of the barrel. Because the Ministry of Agriculture gets the bottom of the barrel in terms of dollars, right? And you have to now do what you could do with the money that you have. So everything costs money, and it takes money. How much money would you say the Agricultural Ministry should have?
I would say it is not a question of how much it should have, but it's a question of how the resources are
should be utilized.
Okay. Yes. And what we need to be doing is to be very strategic at every ministry, and not just Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of National Security, Ministry of Trade and Industry. All ministries, in my opinion, need to be more strategic, or government needs to be more strategic in terms of its priorities within each ministry.
Okay.
And I've said very clearly that, look, Trinidad and Tobago is a small country, 1.3 million people. We seem to have a plethora of major problems that confront us that we can't seem to resolve. Every Monday morning is a different problem that just rolls forward and snowballs, okay? These are not, the solutions to these problems are not rocket science,
Exactly.
Right? Other countries have had problems and they've resolved them. Our problem in Trinidad and Tobago is that we cannot solve problems. We have the same problems 25 years ago that we have today.
Because we just keep complaining about the problem without looking at the
of how much money you throw at the issues. It is how you focus on the specific issues that are a priority to the country.
National security would be a perfect example, because we're throwing money at that, and
8 billion a year on national security,
and we still have the same problems.
The issue is not how much money; it is how you focus on the priorities. I just want to say one thing before we wind up.
Yeah,
I am not against, and the people who are with me on this issue of the St. Augustine nurseries are not against the provision of housing for people. We understand very clearly that there are a lot of people in this country who are in desperate need for shelter.
Right.
Okay? But what we're saying is that there are thousands of acres of carony lands. There's 77,000 acres of carony lands.
Right.
Okay? You could take 100 acres out of that, or 200 acres, or 500, whatever you want, because that land is only good for growing cane or grass.
Right.
So you might as well put housing on them. In addition to which, a study recently done by Afro Raymond shows that there were between 11 and 12,000 unused and empty HDC houses across the country.
Yep.
Right? Yep. 11 and 12,000 that are in various states of disrepair, and they've been vandalized and so on.
And they're incomplete,
And there are housing estates that are yet to be occupied, or where there are houses to be occupied.
That's right.
View Fort in St. James, Oasis Gardens, Lakeview in Point 14, Cypress Gardens, Armand Court, Malabar Phase 3. And then you have, if you remember, the Endeavour Towers, Endeavour 500, Edinburgh 500 Towers.
Edinburgh 500 Towers, I know it, it's just abandoned.
$115 million was spent on that. It's been abandoned.
Right.
What has happened to the Emily Lyas project in Mount Hope?
Right, that's another one,
it's just that
the Congress
standstill,
we did numerous investigative reports on that.
Kim
Cole did a lot of reports on that as well, and unearthed a lot of HGC houses.
What has become of all? Why not, as I come back to government priority, why not focus on repairing those houses, rebuilding those communities, put people in there first, and then look at
something like that. Yeah.
But
that's the same point I was making yesterday.
That is what we call planned development.
Right.
You don't just go and pick up a piece of land that is important and valuable to the country's history and put concrete on it because you happen to be the government.
Point well taken. So I tell you what, people, that is what's going on with the St. Augustine Ministries. Now, hopefully, you have a better idea or understanding as to how important that land is, the type of soil that is on that land, and what it should be used for. They're saying they're not against housing; they're all for housing.
Absolutely.
But there is enough land all over Trinidad and Tobago that you can use other than that land that is so important, especially to the heritage and indigenous foods and stuff, and the future generations that will be coming. All right, so just keep that in mind. And of course, when the petition is out, well, there's a petition.
There's a petition that will be launched this weekend.
This weekend,
and it will be nationally and internationally. It will be on a website called change.org.
Change.org.
But we have an accompanying video that will go with it.
Right.
That will be out on social media.
Right.
You know, we hope that what you see will cause you to take action, which is to actually go and sign the petition.
All right, nice. So thanks a lot, Mr. Barrett, for coming in
pleasure.
again. And we're going to take a break. When we return, we have a robbery that took place at Gala Street in Woodbrook. We'll take some calls on that, and then we'll get to Kim Cole and Philip Alexander. Stay tuned.
Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Your original one-stop school shop. Your #1 choice for the widest variety of top quality stationery, school books and bags, school shoes and socks, and ready-made uniform. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited is also authorized retailers for a wide range of top brand name products. They're also the home for Sebastian school shirts and pants. Quality you can depend on for generations. And nobody, I mean nobody beats their prices. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, with 2 locations to serve you. #1, Tabaquite Road, Rio Claro. Telephone 644-BOOK. That's 644-2665. And #3, Guaguari Road, Mayaro. Phone 630-BOOK or 630-2665. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Ready to serve you because you are an exceptional customer that deserves exceptional quality, price, and service.
Eating for Lent is as easy as 1, 2, 3 at Royal Castle with their 3 tasty meal specials. Get the fish combo of 2 succulent pieces of fish, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink, or the fish sandwich combo of a tender, tasty sandwich, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink. The Castle uses the freshest fish with its famous enticing local seasonings. There's even a flavorful veggie combo option of a sandwich, a side, and a 16-ounce soft drink. Get more options from Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste for Lent.
Welcome to Regal Products, a household name since 1960. Regal produces a diverse range right here in TNT, all with the primary focus on high quality. From healthy and tasty nuts and snacks, including cranberries, raisins, sultanas, dates, and prunes, to trail mixes like Cranberry Jubilee, Hawaiian Medley, California Exotic, and South Beach, with nutrition-packed seeds like sunflower and pumpkin, and a tasty nut range which includes almonds, pecans, walnuts, peanuts, cashews, and the newly launched corn nuts. Regal Products for superb flavor, excellent quality, and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Prostat, the ultimate prostate formula with standardized herbal extracts used by thousands of men to ensure optimum prostate health and alleviate symptoms related to an enlarged prostate or BPH. Available at leading pharmacies and online at tntdrugstore.com.
St. Joseph.
You're invited.
This Monday.
It's about you and your future.
At the UNC Monday Night Forum.
At the St. Joseph Secondary School.
It's about moving from a minimum wage
to a living wage.
It's about fixing our healthcare system and getting free education back on track.
It's about making you safer.
The UNC Monday Night Forum is in St. Joseph.
This Monday, 12th March.
At the St. Joseph Secondary School, formerly known as Curep Secondary.
Come out and join us.
This Monday.
It's about taking you and TNT forward.
This Monday night.
At the UNC Monday Night Forum.
The time is now.
Join us and remember, we are UNC and proud.
Right. All right, so we're back on the inside, people. And as we return here this morning, just come back to us. All right. Leave it. All right, cool. Right. That incident is what we want to talk about. Now, this took place on Gala Street in Woodbrook yesterday. They are saying it is a robbery. Voice was saying he's not sure if it's a robbery or a domestic dispute. Now, the guy runs up on this woman. Now, look at the little child standing there. Look at the little child standing there. Small man must be wondering, but what is going on here? Now, why I feel it's a robbery is if that was her boyfriend or whatever, I think the child would know him. And the child would have probably tried to run in and do something.
Now, this is why I think it's a domestic dispute for the fact that the child is just standing there. And you're not seeing,
looking for a chain.
Yes,
looking for something.
I think that he came for whatever it is he came for. How the child is just standing there, it seems to me like this is an accustomed something, and he's just seeing it again.
And look, these people come out the gate like, no, you see she's walking there with the child.
She turns when she sees him come in.
Oh, I see that. I see when she look.
She look like it's like she see him coming and she think. So like he come for his thing now.
Yeah, but you're not right to do that, man.
Like
but I say, you shouldn't, not like that. Not like that.
Yeah.
Open the phone line, let me take a couple calls there quickly.
Like he tells you, the girl give me my thing and like, that is he partner. He partner come back, boy, like, forget that. And he said, no.
Yeah, that must be the man who drop him or something.
Yeah.
Or something like
that.
And he come and say, what is going on with this man, boy, this man? You know what I mean?
You see, like he come, boy, forget that, boy. Because if there's a thief, and a man just regularly just coming across and telling him walk away, and he go walk away.
Yeah.
And he said, nah, boy, forget that, nah, boy.
And then he push him away, so he know him. Yeah. He run back in again. And I don't know, like he finally snatched it because now she looking, you know what I mean? And she real traumatized the boy. Like she think that she sit down. Open the phone line, take a couple calls before we take the break and get to the top.
I don't like, the people and they was inside of the gate.
Yeah. Wait now. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Yeah, be good, man.
Stephan, today is International Women's Day.
Yeah, I was actually coming to that, yes.
And when we look at what is taking place in our society, in Trinidad and Tobago especially, now that looks like some domestic dispute there.
Right.
You understand? Because that people inside could have run out and do something. It's only when the man leaves then they come out and everything. And we just try to believe that we in this country so civilized and modern and up to date. But we are so backward and uncivilized and prehistoric in this country that the main pillar of the fabric of our society, we cannot protect them, keep them safe, respect them, show any sort of courtesy towards the women in our society. That we murder them, we rape them, we treat them unfairly in the workplace, we sexually harass them, and they are made to be the predator rather than the victim, like we see in Angostura scenario there with a big wig across there. And what makes us feel that we are so civilized in this country, because of the material things, we tend to try to facilitate ourselves with the latest cell phone, the fancy car, the big flat screen, the big house, and the swimming pool. And we cannot have anything to protect the women in this country. every single day some woman is being battered, raped, bruised. And when you go to the system to try to get any sort of protection, nothing, absolutely nothing. And then we pretend. You understand? We are a failed society, and we are a failure as men, especially in this country.
All right.
So let's enjoy the rest of the morning. Take care.
Thanks a lot. Now, I have a message here. Gary Griffith just sent me a message. I want to read it. Gary is saying it was a robbery. Gary Griffith is saying it was a robbery. He tried to take a chain.
Okay.
Now, he also sent me a Facebook post from a lady, and this is what the Facebook post says. Today, whilst walking through Woodbrook, I saw Gary Griffith give chase to what appeared to be a bandit. Without hesitation, he jumped into his private vehicle, swerved in front of the man who had assaulted a woman and child, and confronted the man. I could not stay to see what happened after, but kudos to you, Gary. So Gary Griffith apparently sprung into action. Local superhero, why are we local Batman, you know? So he sprung into action, and he is saying it was a robbery.
Okay.
Gary is saying it was a robbery. I don't know if he could call in. Gary, if you could call us, call 235-3676 now.
See, that's slowly now.
Call 235.
That's good.
3676. Let me see if I could, if we could just get some further information on this quickly from Gary. All right. Just before we go to the break, I know we have a break to take. Let me just see if he calls in.
Well, it is also alleged that they caught the guy and he's actually arrested. I've seen a photo of him here.
Yeah, they caught him. He's arrested. Yeah. Because Gary, I would like to get a little more information from Gary on this, because when he swerved, how he sprung into action and that kind of thing. So if let's just give him a few moments and I'll see you read the message. Let me see if he calls in. If he calls in, you'll call 235-3676. Eh? All right, Master Control. All right. So let's see if he calls in. All right, but he sprung into action yesterday, jumped into his private vehicle, swerved in real action movie thing, Gary. Swerved in front the man who had assaulted the woman. So as the man must have running there.
Yeah,
you
can see it.
Boy. That's what we're talking about. That kind of action we need, man. These are man of action. Hello, morning.
Yes, morning.
Morning.
These young guys doesn't want to work. They want easy money. So, as a matter of fact, if you go today in Bonnet Garden, the Muslim City and Rasta City getting together, they shut down the work there on the side.
They've done what?
Want easy money.
If what?
They have done what?
Hello?
Yeah, what you're saying there?
These fellas and they want easy money. They doesn't want to work harder. If you go today in Bonnet Garden, the Muslim City and Rasta City going to shut down the work there today on the site.
They're going to shut down the work on the site in Bonnier Gardens, Muslim and Rasta City? All right. We'll take a look into that. Thanks a lot, yeah. Well, I suspecting that guy called 235-3676. All right, because that's why they probably patched through the call. All right, so I tell you what. We do have to take a break. And I will see if I could communicate with Gary here. He said no one answering. I'm telling him to call now, people.
Try it again.
We'll go to the break a little later and we'll do it shorter in the second hour. All right, we'll have to pay all the commitments in the second hour. All right, so I tell him to call now. Look out for the call now. 235-3676. Yeah, because probably. Morning.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, morning, Gary.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, what going on, Mr. Griffith? Everything cool?
All good.
Well, I see you sprung into action there yesterday. You could give us some further information into this incident?
Well, the way it sounded, it makes me sound like the Brown Panther, but what happened? This happened on Gala Street. I was actually on Gala Street at the same time in another building. When I came out, I actually overheard that person said that individual had just stolen a chain from someone. I saw him actually running up that street on Gala Street heading north.
Right.
By that time, he was way at the top of the street, so I went in my vehicle to pursue him. So I actually had to turn my car onto close to the pavement. But the thing is, we have to be so careful when it is you try to have a citizen's arrest. The information I got at the time was that the individual had stolen a chain. So I did a thorough search of him. It seemed to be an individual. He needs to change his day job. He's really not very well versed in trying to be a criminal, because he was panicking. He was totally unsure of himself. he basically stripped himself right down to his underwear on the street to show to me he had nothing on him. So with that, there was very little I could have done at that time, but I did corner him. It was when I went back that's when I found out about the situation that he had actually assaulted the lady. Had I known that, I would have actually held him until the police arrived. The lady was very traumatized. My concern was, if you look at the video, it seemed that there were individuals that stayed in the back and they waited until after the perpetrator had left to then come forward. I know we do not want to be heroes at this time because of what is going on in the country, but sometimes you really need to assist to be a brother's keeper. If we operate like that, it can very well assist many persons who may become victims of crime.
Yeah, because this incident, I saw it and I was shocked. I said, but look at this little child right there. I mean, the little child and all, the little child must have been traumatized.
Yeah, yes, she was. The building that I was in, the lady was actually, she came across to the other side on my return. That's when I met the lady. She also was traumatized. She has some slight bruises, but I think she was okay. I do not know if it is that she recovered the gold chain. It was a chain that it was stated that he had taken from her. Right. I have to actually go to the police station this morning to submit my report of what transpired from what I saw at that time.
All right, nice one. But it's good to see that you don't just talk the talk, you just walk the walk.
For real.
Yes. Right.
Yes, a man, action man, Gary man. That's why we like you, Gary.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your rest of your day.
Yeah, man, you keep up the great work, man.
Have a great day, man. Thanks a lot for calling.
So that is Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith sprang into action there with that particular incident. The guy has been apprehended.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a chain because after she was feeling for her neck.
Yeah.
And she realized the chain gone. But, you know, it's like these fellas, you know, just to back up that clip there.
Petty bandit
I want to show you, where's a parasite, boy?
Petty bandit
Bloody man, these are parasites, boy. You see a woman walking with a child, boy. These fellas don't have no code, you know. You know, long time you have a code, no woman, no children.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand? I think when she looked and she tried to run so, I think she did because he was running, coming at her.
Yeah.
And she must see this man running, coming at her and her child. And she tried to brace for she child. And she looked so, I think that's when she looked.
Yeah.
You understand? Because she was fearful. You see this individual running at, he ain't no good looking fella. You understand what I'm saying? So he running, you know what I mean? You ain't go greet him with open arms. You're doing trying to run.
But it's the people that was inside of the gate
and these people are telling you, boy.
I gotta give this guy and all too. I gotta give this guy real kudos to them.
Yeah, the brother that step in there.
Yeah,
man.
you gotta give this guy real kudos to them.
That's a hero there. That's a hero there.
Because
we have two heroes. We have Gary and this guy in the green. Look. He pulled him. You see? And then he stayed with the lady.
And I think that the guy was thinking the same thing. I was thinking that there's some kind of domestic dispute. That's why he stepped in, you know. He ain't thinking it's bandit. He thinking to himself, you know, some kind of domestic dispute. And he said, listen, no, you can't be beating up on the woman.
He actually, you're right.
And he jump in.
And these two now come out. Like, and she gone, she will like nobody business. And she didn't stop to say, you all right? Anything at all? Boy, that's the kind of cold way that some people just, I don't know, boy, this place, look how she walk out.
And everybody, you see, everybody is so self now, you know, you're worried about the fact that, you know, I don't know if there's a domestic dispute, should I get in? If I get in, does the man have a weapon? Is he trying to kill the woman? So people would stay back.
Kind of fellas, we need to just, you know what I mean? I don't know, boy, I don't know, you know. Anyhow, we got to take a break. When we return.
Hope the police hold him.
What you've been waiting, I guarantee you, IMAX and Movie Tongue do a drama like this. Neither does no other network. Philip Alexander and Kim Cole. The cold truth, and I'll give you the cold truth from my perspective when we return.
I'm waiting to see it for the first time.
Begin imagining with Value Optical and the start of the voyage of discovery with eyewear beyond your dreams. See the beauty beyond through lenses that transition you into the supernova of tomorrow. Open your eyes today and see your wonderland. Save up to 25% on wondrous eyewear style and technology. Visit us in-store or online for details. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
This is the Regal range of baking and cooking products. Regal became a household name in the 1960s with icing sugar, which still is the market leader more than a half of a century later, expanding to custard powder, baking powder, cornmeal, popcorn, rolled and quick oats, peas and beans. Regal continues to make cooking and baking more fun for everyone. With the #1 roti mix in the nation, we continue to expand our product range to meet consumers' needs. Regal products for superb flavor, excellent quality and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Your original one-stop school shop. Your #1 choice for the widest variety of top quality stationery, school books and bags, school shoes and socks, and ready-made uniform. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited is also authorized retailers for a wide range of top brand name products. They're also the home for Sebastian school shirts and pants. Quality you can depend on for generations. And nobody, I mean nobody beats their prices. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, with 2 locations to serve you. #1 Tabaquite Road, Rio Claro. Telephone 644-BOOK. That's 644-2665. And #3 Guaguari Road, Mayaro. Phone 630-BOOK or 630-2665. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Ready to serve you because you are an exceptional customer that deserves exceptional quality, price, and service.
Pharmacist brands Vigorfort for women, scientifically formulated for women. It has been tried and proven and may be beneficial in women experiencing loss of feelings and libido, increased erotic and sensuous energy during intimacy to enjoy gratification, stimulating libido and increasing sexual dysfunction, balances hormone function for menopause, encourages balanced estrogen and estradiol levels in women. Available at all leading pharmacies and online at tntdrugstore.com. Caribbean distributors needed. Contact 760-9680.
This is Tactical Enterprise, leading wholesalers for all cell phone accessories, cell phone armored cases, auto box cases, tempered glass, memory cards, headphones, chargers, flash drives, and more. Located in Canupia, Trinidad, they supply cell phone store owners wherever they are in Trinidad and Tobago or across the Caribbean. If you want to get high quality cell phone accessories at the lowest price, then check out Tactical Enterprise in Canupia. They work with and supply small, medium, and large retailers. So give them a call at 716-2900 or email them at tacticalenterprise@hotmail.com. They offer free delivery to any part of Trinidad and Tobago. Tactical Enterprise.
All right, so we're back. Now, yesterday, we're just about 8 minutes past your 7 o'clock. Mark Hardy is here as well.
Yeah, man, morning, Mark.
Mark has a song that he just released in Europe, so you're going to hear about that a little bit later on in this hour. Now, we want to get to this Kim Cole issue and this Phillip Alexander. Everybody on social media, right, Kim and Ting, right. Some of you may not, agree with some of the things I am going to say, but nevertheless, I'm going to say it. All right? Voice is going to see this for the first time. So, this was the cold truth yesterday afternoon.
Evening.
Kim Cole and Phillip, she had Phillip Alexander on, and I want to run from 18 minutes and 30 seconds into the interview. I want to give you everything as it happened. So I want to put it into context, and you'll see how everything exploded. All right? Action movie to an explosion like this. Run the clip.
Watching The Cold Truth with Kim Cole, and in studio we have the Progressive Empowerment Party headed by our guest today, Mr. Phillip Alexander. I beg your pardon, Mr. Phillip Edward Alexander. You know, I'm probably mesmerized by...
Oh, you're so gorgeous and sweet. But no, that's for my dad. My dad is Edward Alexander, and he named me Phillip Edward Alexander, and I pay respect to him with that.
I see. Who is no stranger to the public eye. He made news for his involvement in the Jericho project, lobbied for the construction of the bypass at Four Roads, thank you for that, and ran as an independent candidate for the Diego Martin West seat in the 2015 election. He's also linked to a number of controversial statements that some have found to be, well, racist. I'm referring to a post that has now since been deleted from social media calling a spade, where the suggestions was allegedly made by Mr. Alexander that a wall should be built around Beetham, Sealat's, Morvant and Laventille with KFC flung over to feed people there.
That was never said by me.
Let's
and
take
if
a look.
you are going to share PNM sycophants posting stuff to defame names, you need to call the names of the people behind that, because that is not something I will ever say.
Right.
You just said I was linked to the Jericho Project. I am the founder of the Jericho Project. It's 23 years old. And we feed the homeless, the orphans, and the disabled. And we've been doing that for 23 years, long before I ever thought I'd get into politics.
Alexander, before you get on the defensive,
that is not something I would ever say, but I can't
let's take a look at some screenshots of the reactions.
That's cheap theater, man.
Hi, good afternoon, caller, you live.
That's cheap theater.
Hello? Hello? Hi, good afternoon, you're live.
Yes, good evening, Miss Cole.
Yes, my love.
Here.
How are you doing, my love?
I must tell you this before I speak to Mr. Alexander. So, Mr. Alexander, give me 1 minute, please. Miss Cole, I have to tell you, I look forward to 4:45. I see beauty, I see brains, and I like that. Mr. Alexander, it's a pleasure to hear you always. You're eloquent. You have a new party, People's Empowerment Party. I like that. But you see, I am neither PNM nor UNC. None. I don't listen to either. But I listen to you, and you will agree we are living in a democracy, kind of. And so I myself am looking out there for more parties to emerge so that I can make a choice. Because as it is, PNM don't exist, UNC don't exist for me. You are there, but I want something else so that I could pet you against something else, pit you again, you understand? But I always listen to you, I'm locked on, I'm listening to you, I take heed of what you say about, most importantly, and Ms. Cole was championing this cause, houses for the poor, houses for the poor, house the poor. So, I'm locked on and listening. Miss Cole, lovely program, and Digicel and myself and the problem. God bless. I'm locked on. Thanks.
Thanks out. Thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you as
my
well.
love. Now, Tanti, I did call Digicel this morning, and they did, a representative from the Digicel hotline did admit that they did have some issues that they were working feverishly to have rectified. Now, Mr. Alexander, my team, as it stands now, they don't have the screenshots just yet. And I see that you're becoming a bit uncomfortable. Now, I have been a foundation member of the recently revamped Black Caucus movement, and a note was published by you. I would like to find out what is your perspective on the African community in this country. I can't be any more direct than that.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. There was a post that was written by you that you deleted sometime in 2011, and this post was dug up by a lady named Alana Morton. Now you can state whether you did write this post or you didn't write the post.
You're not giving me a chance to that. You said. You just put facts into evidence without knowing.
There is a shameful secret bubbling away
but
in
there is an
country.
Alana Morton and a Dane Wilson and a Heliconia Foundation. And if you
vile
are going to
racism
use...
that separates and denigrates whatever is not and whatever it is
No, this is not TV. This is not TV.
This
is not TV.
Its own
This is
bad
not TV.
behavior.
This is not TV.
But I mean, I don't have to decide anything. It is calling a spade a spade. How could you want to represent the country? How do you expect to represent the country? How do you expect to represent citizens of this country? And you want to sit and you expect to sit and not want to be challenged.
To black people in this country,
and I can agree with you on that.
Isolate them.
I can agree with you on that. So if you want to have a conversation with me, you can sit there. But if not,
no, that's not a conversation. I absolutely
it's a question and it's an interview.
You have to understand
this. It is a question and it's an interview. Because I have
a
lot more questions.
In here You bring that person, see that is a real person.
But you are not even allowing me to continue on with the discussion.
Because that, what you're doing there,
what am I doing?
Is defamation and destruction.
It's not defamation.
And
Then send me a lawsuit.
Basic playbook.
It's not a matter of that. Fact is fact, real is real.
The Progressive Empowerment Party
I'm giving you the opportunity to
tear Balize House down.
I am giving you the opportunity to sit
needs liberation.
Black people in this country need somebody who will represent them. And I can agree with you that the PMM, I agree with you on that.
I agree with you on that. For black people to get jobs in this country.
I agree with you on that.
You tell me, how does the average person living in Morva, Beetham, Lavatel and Sealots qualify for a job anywhere? Go by any of the 1%ers.
And I agree with you that the PNM has not empowered economically.
You have a PNM education system that was designed to enslave black people
the African community.
And to create
but
KFC
what
cashiers
what I will say to you, I am not going to encourage African people to support any political organization as it stands now that is about to use and abuse the African community.
I will not allow the PNM to send you texts to read bullshit on air, to fool people and to pretend that this
as it relates to the
store high in transit.
I don't know what's going to go with that.
For. And I want you to understand this. The reality
what I want you to understand is that if you want to put yourself up as a candidate for a political leader in this country, you have to account to the people and you have to give an answer to the people.
When I go walking among the people celebrate me. Keith Rowley would walk where I go.
You with what? You had about 50 people at you had 50 people at the pep rally.
We had 1,500 people. You are here trying to talk for people who are
I am not speaking about people. I am speaking for myself and I am
people to attend their rallies. I was at Bigot's Corner when Keith Rowley in 2012 couldn't bring 12 people. I was there.
I'm talking about last year when you had a rally,
when the PNM couldn't mobilize even the fat
what is your position? How do you intend to empower the African community in this country? That is what I want to know.
My job is to empower the people of Trinidad and Tobago, not the black people.
And when you empower the African community in this country, you have a better Trinidad and Tobago.
Our job
because guess what? All of the violent crimes, they are perpetuated by African people.
Because the education system that was created in this country, the education
by
system,
violent crime, the victims of
education system.
Victims of violent crime are African people. That's not my PNM government.
Whose government is that?
If you did your research,
Alana Morton, who you claiming is a PNM?
If you did your research, you would know that I contested the local government election
so why
for
are
the
you
UNC.
quoting PNM knuckle draggers
because I am asking you a question.
Why?
And
that's
if
not a question.
It is a question.
That is not a question.
And if it is
that is not a question.
If
you cannot read defaming statements on air. You cannot read.
Take me to court
I come in Chinley studio. I come in Stuart Young studio. I know where I am. I know where I am. And I want Trinidad and Tobago to know.
You have a good
People's National Movement. Let me tell you something. The People's National Movement exists for one reason. You watch the cabinet. You watch the people who pull the strings and who benefit from government. And you tell me, besides the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago, Keith Rowley, and he said that, besides him, you look around and you tell me where the rest of the African community, the PNM has been pissing on black people back for years.
To what I am saying,
and
I am
even
telling you that
the
PNM has deliberately and systematically
you and I are having an argument
economically avoided empowering the African community.
And the rest
and
of
I am saying to you, if you want to be a leader for me, if you expect me to take this finger and stain it in the ink for you,
know what my job is?
Want to
you
know.
My job is?
I
don't even want that job.
Want to know what is your position as it relates to the African community.
My position
and you have to take this call.
Educate, inform, and empower. That is my position. That is why I'm involved in politics.
Caller, you
are live.
Educate,
inform, and empower.
Hello.
Not to engage.
Good afternoon, my love. You're live.
PNM noise makers.
Yes.
Please, stop being ignorant and give Mr. Alexander.
I am giving him a chance to speak.
No, you're not giving Mr. Alexander.
Yes, I am giving him a chance to speak.
He can't get a word out. You are not listening to what he has to say.
We were next caller. We both were sitting here having a discussion.
Having a conversation.
And I
Why did you read that?
Because
Why did you read that?
Because I want you to answer questions.
That is not a question. I will never answer them.
This was an opportunity.
I want to go Balize
to show everybody.
I want to debate Paris and Rowley.
For you to show the public who you are. Hi, good afternoon, caller. You live?
Scandal and bacchanal and noise.
Caller, you are live.
Yeah, Kim.
Yes, my love.
Don't worry that man there.
That man, everybody make out who he is already. And he
that one you will broadcast. The other person who just called to tell you, give me chance to speak.
Agenda.
Yeah.
You understand? He have an agenda. And his agenda, nobody wouldn't waste the time to vote for him. So don't worry yourself and lorate yourself with that fella. Okay?
That's your broadcast. You see that kind of scandalous sensationalism.
What is scandalous and what is sensational?
He have no sense to his point. It's just a personal attack.
If you are listening to what I am saying, you want to attack me and say, you try to attack me and say,
and try that nonsense with him.
I bring everybody here. I invite every single body here. Of course. Because
nobody gonna want this. I am the only
what?
person. I'm just telling you right now, what you're doing is nonsense.
And I am telling you, will never be the Prime Minister of this country with an attitude like that.
I don't want that job, Trinidadians.
So then why are you the leader of the PEP?
Because this party's job is to educate, inform, and empower people to stand up against the political parties.
But you are the leader of PEP.
And what does that mean? You think this is a party of the PNM where everybody running on power for them? As wild hyenas from the African jungle.
Yes.
What was Keith Rowley talking about?
African
but because
people?
he black and I'm not black, he could say
And
that.
you see,
but you could bring me here and
you
talk
see,
watermelon and fried chicken.
No,
you are a Jew.
You are a Jew. You are a Jew. Yeah, you go. And that, my friend, is someone who is putting themselves up to be the leader of Trinidad and Tobago. You see,
all right. So, open the phone line. No matter what people are to say first. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Now, I watched that interview yesterday. And this Philip Alexander, for a woman, this man have no respect for because if you come for interview and you lady asking your question, why you can't answer the question in a decent way? Why you have to be, because you're a woman, you have to raise your voice and like you come there with you to overpower something. People don't get so. You come to for interview, answer the question in a decent way. You understand? I watched it yesterday. And this
watching the Cold Truth with Kim Cole, and in studio we have the Progressive Empowerment Party headed by...
Okay. All right, thanks. Next caller. We just taking your comments quickly, briefly. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
I want to get reaction. Yeah, morning.
Good morning.
I had some respect for Mr. Alexander. See, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And he not moving like a professional and hinting some arrogance that our goodly Prime Minister have, and he have a little more. No support for him from me. Shame on you, Mr. Alexander.
Okay.
Somebody can write you.
All right.
No.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Next caller.
Hello, morning.
Morning.
Morning, welcome.
I mean, morning, voice, and morning, Stephan. I mean, listen, this fellow is trying to head his way to be a future Prime Minister. That is also the question. I mean, speaking about from my perspective, what I've seen there is the lady is trying to ask him questions. I mean, they invite you on a program, they're asking you a question, all you can do is to answer it, or if you don't want to answer it, so I wouldn't like to answer the question, I'd like to leave for the question. But he getting a pelting mic and all this kind of thing, and last night I saw him on a blog or something, speaking about the lady tooth or bust or hair or this, and the kind of words that he's using, the language, how he could go in for political, look for political, position in Trinidad and Tobago. He can't be serious. In my opinion, definitely he's out, 100% out. And some of his supporters encouraging him by making him feel that he's right and he's doing the right thing. And that is out of the question. They will carry him down to the lowest if that is what they accepted. And then talk with Keith Rowley and MASP. So what will happen to he? You could imagine from Keith Rowley to he, but nobody can say nothing to he. Sorry. That is my opinion. He has to be a joker.
All right. Thanks a lot. Let's go. Next caller.
Take the call. Hello, good day.
That's the usual style.
Hello.
Yeah, morning.
Morning. I'm
calling to make comment on the video you just showed.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Right. I was extremely disappointed at Kim Cole yesterday and her behavior towards her guest. If you want to call yourself a professional person who does interviews, you do not behave in that manner. Not only that, Phillip Alexander needed to address the issues the way he did. You know why? Because she was not giving him a chance to answer the questions. One, and two, you do not approach your guests in the way she did. Right? Making defamation comments like that and then expecting somebody to just sit down there and take it. She was totally professional. She was out around. If not only that, on her, there's a post going around right now that says, is this going to be your prime minister? That is defamation and she needs to be brought up to speed on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Take another one. All right, so we're out here in Trinidad. Take two more, then we'll take a break. Because we have to take a break, and then we'll come back and give an opinion on this, and then we'll take another break and get to Marcadi. Morning.
Well, son.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that man will and fight, boy. If that man get through that, boy, how you gonna talk that man if you have a problem, boy? How you gonna have a representative like that? How you gonna have a government like that, boy? That man is taking no for nothing. Yes, not. Why do you gonna fight, boy? Okay. And yo, son. Yep. This was a problem, boy.
All right, yeah, no, well, remember we talked on the phone the other night.
Here what's going on, right?
Quickly.
I just want to say something about the hospital, boy. It's very ridiculous in the maternity ward, boy, with the little child will die, boy.
All right, no problem. We'll deal with that. Let's get to the next caller, please.
Yeah, final caller before we go to the break.
Hello, good morning. Keep forgetting about my microphone. Hello, good morning.
Final caller, 622-978-5628-1693, 235-3676, 235-3673.
Those who are sending us the messages via social media, we will be addressing your comments in a short while when we come back from the break. I also have my input to put, and Stephan also has his. So we will be addressing that in a short while. We have a call?
Final caller. Morning. Hello?
Caller, you're live. Welcome.
Yes, I think the issue about his conduct, the interview, is rather reprehensible. The content is another issue here. But if you're going to behave like that, what kind of image you're going to put? That's no wrong. We still the same name of people pushing your finger up, the doctor pushing the finger up your bottom, and I go run cat on my scan. So what's the difference between him and Rowley? Our leaders are lacking decorum. That's what boiled down to.
Okay. All right, thanks a lot. So I'll tell you what. We're going to take a break. When we return, well, Voice just saw this for the first time. He's going to give a first-hand reaction to what he saw. Regardless of whoever he believes is right or wrong, it's his opinion and he's going to give that. And then I'll close off and we'll probably take a couple calls, take a break, and we'll get to Mark Hardy, who's here. So we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Wow.
St. Joseph, you're invited.
This Monday
It's about you and your future.
at the UNC Monday Night Forum.
At the St. Joseph Secondary School, it's about moving from a minimum wage
to a living wage.
It's about fixing our healthcare system and getting free education back on track.
It's about making you safer.
The UNC Monday Night Forum is in St. Joseph.
This Monday, 12th March,
at the St. Joseph Secondary School, formerly known as Kirep Secondary.
Come out and join us.
This Monday,
it's about taking you and TNT forward.
This Monday night
at the UNC Monday Night Forum.
The time is now.
Join us and remember, we are UNC and proud.
Nabi's Medical Marketing, the one-stop shop for all your surgical and medical supplies. Presently specializing in pharmaceutical, medical, and home healthcare supplies. Nationwide distributors for pharmacies, private and public hospitals. Fully stocked showroom with a complete range of home healthcare products. Wheelchairs, walkers, hospital beds, and more. Sole distributors for the Cook medical range of products, including in vitro fertilization products, invasive as well as minimal invasive lines throughout the Caribbean. Currently supplies all IV solutions and dialysis products. Also available life support oxygen concentrators, nebulizers, and much more. Now exclusive at Nabi's. Our latest addition, the new 6-in-1 mini lab, which can be used professionally or in the privacy of your home. Tests include glucose, total cholesterol, cholesterol HDL, cholesterol LDL, triglycerides, and hemoglobin. These machines are life-saving. Visit our showroom at number 5 to 6 Harris Street, Curep. Telephone 645-5577 or 662-7533. Nabi's, the company with 40 years of experience in the medical field.
The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Your original one-stop school shop. Your #1 choice for the widest variety of top quality stationery, school books and bags, school shoes and socks, and ready-made uniform. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited is also authorized retailers for a wide range of top brand name products. They're also the home for Sebastian school shirts and pants. Quality you can depend on for generations. And nobody, I mean nobody beats their prices. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, with 2 locations to serve you. #1, Tabaquite Road, Rio Claro. Telephone 644-BOOK. That's 644-2665. And #3, Guaguari Road, Mayaro. Phone 630-BOOK or 630-2665. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Ready to serve you because you are an exceptional customer that deserves exceptional quality, price, and service.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including manual and hydraulic crimpers, pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
But because he black and I'm not black, he could say that.
And you see,
but you could bring me here and
and
talk
you see, that's what
watermelon
I'm
and
saying
fried
to
chicken.
you. No,
You are a joke.
You are a joke. You are a joke. Yeah, you go. And that, my friends, is someone.
Now that is what we're talking about this morning, 7:33. Your reaction?
Okay.
Now you just saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
All right? So give your reaction. This is Mr. Voice reaction.
Yeah.
Without bias, objectively, nothing against anybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm glad that he actually said that. I don't have anything against Kim. I don't have anything against Phillip Alexander. We're dealing with this situation as it came about.
Right.
So via my opinion, I do understand why Mr. Alexander reacted how he reacted. I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying I understand why he reacted how he reacted via what I saw. The post that I think that he got aggravated over the post because of the fact that it really did not say or show Phillip Alexander. It showed the lady's name, and she is saying that this is what was in the post. And he got heated over that because that's just a hearsay. And I think that he was reacting to the fact, and that's the post right there, I think that he was reacting to the fact that she didn't bring it across to him as, you know, it is alleged. She brought it across as, this is what it is you said, can you address it? And I too would get upset because if you're a journalist, I would ask you to do your homework. I would ask you to do your homework, or be a little bit more surgical with your delivery. That's just me. But him, his reaction, Phillip, and I have to give this. Your reaction was wrong. His reaction was wrong, because she's coming to you with something. This here was what I call golden opportunity, because this post that they're talking about, I have heard about it as well. I don't know if it is true or not, but I've heard about it as well. And if I'm a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I'm sure that I'm not the only person that heard about it as well. So if it is being alleged that this is something that you said
in the past, yeah.
In the past, once again, golden opportunity to defunct this and, clear your name as the case may be, and also even bring distribute to the person that posts this up about you, right? So his reaction, I think, is where he went wrong. People are saying that she moved. I got a comment here, so I'm going to quote it in that form. She moved as if it was a street conversation. He engaged her, which was very wrong. His action is borderline intimidating and also very aggressive. And as a journalist myself, if someone comes at me like that, I'm going to defend myself. And I know that, not physically, but I'm going to, I'm going to exhume, I'm going to take control of the situation. I'm going to try to. For me, I would have just gone to a break. I wouldn't even give him the opportunity to continue speaking, tell him thanks for his time, and exit.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have been.
So for you thought she should just go to the break and say, listen, all right, thanks for your time. You obviously don't want to talk about this and avoid anything from escalating further.
But that's me. Her show is
different.
It's different.
It's more confrontation. She will engage you.
Right. So she is engaging. So this is the kind of, and people too supposed to know the kind of person that Kim is and understand that you cannot try to intimidate her. She will not take intimidation.
She going to answer back.
That's correct. And that is what she did. She did what she's accustomed doing, which is defend herself. Now, you'll have to remember too, she's a female, one thing for, and a woman in journalism who definitely does not gain respect. A lot of people think, she a woman, I know I had to listen to she. No. This is her show. You have to have respect for her show. Phillip was wrong in that aspect. You could have sat down, and she's right. You are vying for the office of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, whether you are or not, because he always says, I'm not. He always says that. I'm not vying for the position. I'm trying to clean up TNT. Whether you are or not, if I'm a person who was looking at you, I would have been disappointed. I would have thought twice about coming into your party. Because if a simple question can get you this riled up, and you're going for a government office, where even more is going to come your way. They're going to dig even deeper into your past. And they're going to find things that you mightn't even remember that you did. What is going to be your initial reaction when it is you reach into a position, a high position? How are you going to react? Are you going to become like one of the regular politicians that you are trying to defame at the end of the day? You moved like one of them. You moved exactly like one of them. You sideswiped everything. You pushed it under the rug. Deal with the issue. You telling people, deal with the issue. Come forward, say this, say that. But look what you did. You did it wrong, Phillip. You are wrong. Kim will not get any. She can't get licks for this. You cannot beat upon Kim for this. She is standing for one, her right and her program. I would not let anybody. Do you remember the day? Even, I will make this a beautiful example. Does anybody remember the day Kim called in and myself and Kim had it out?
Yeah.
Why did that happen? Because I said it on air. You can't call into my program and try to intimidate me like that.
Yeah.
I said that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I said that. So that is why it is I can give her right. You cannot try to intimidate the person on her own program. It's wrong. She had to stand up. She had to stand up, and I'm not giving her wrong in that aspect. In that aspect, I'm not giving her wrong.
All right. So, I saw this, I watched it over, and it's the same thing. And the Pepper's going to disagree with me this morning on who vexes the business. Because if you vex and you cannot take constructive criticism, you are no different. And your mindset is no different to a PNM or a UNC sycophant. And if you are saying that the PEP is an inclusive party and it's a different party with a different approach, then you have to be open to everything. I have seen some of the comments geared towards Kim, and there are going to be comments geared towards me. As a matter of fact, somebody messaged me and said, well, my name called in the live last night. I said, listen, I don't have time with that. I looking at the situation and see how it unfolded. No. There has never been a time, other than the last time Ms. Creaky asked to come and talk about the crematorium thing the other day, and I didn't have the space to accommodate for it. But there has never been a time on Breaking Dawn or Synergy TV that we have not afforded the PEP airtime. As a matter of fact, they requested to come on tomorrow to talk about a rally that taken place. I said, no problem, come tomorrow morning. I even told them come earlier, and that's before I saw this. So, whether or not after I say what I have to say, they take me up on they still come or they don't come, it's neither here or there to me. Phillip Alexander has started a movement, and I want all to understand this. He has started a movement, and it's been manifesting itself over a period of time in terms of he's been gathering momentum and so on and so forth, and the numbers are growing. And that's all well and good. He's bringing important issues to the table, and that's all well and good. And I said it to him the morning he was here with the Fazir Mohammed issue on TV6. You cannot, as a man who leads a political party that going up in an election, allow yourself to be roped in and end up looking like that. To the people that defending his actions, I want to ask all you a question. If that was Keith Rowley on the Cold Truth yesterday, and she put a question to Keith Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who all you don't like, and Dr. Keith Rowley reacted like that, forget Kim Cole. Forget Kim Cole at this point.
Okay.
If Dr. Keith Rowley, the Prime Minister, reacted like that, what would your comments have been this morning? That's what I want to ask all you know, because let's say all they're different. What would your comments towards Kim Cole be this morning, and your comments towards Dr. Keith Rowley had that been him? And I'm seeing some of the comments here, you know. So the Prime Minister could say this and that about women and this, that, and the other and ignore this, but when Phillip do it, it's this, that, and the other. Well, then, that is tit-for-tat politics and no different to that of the PNM or the UNC.
Once again.
Because you are trying to justify his actions by comparing it to the actions of the man that all condemning. Now you tell me and think about that, and then tell me how that making logical sense. That's why I want to find out from all you. Kim Cole has a job to do. She is a host. She invited Phillip Alexander on. And in case all you didn't notice, Phillip Alexander, no, before I get to that point, let me deal with the monster in the room. She asked a question about a post. She said, I listened to the clip, she read the post, part of the post, and she said, you could say if it's true or not true.
Right.
He did not. He chose to be confrontational. She said, before you get on the defensive, we have some screenshots.
Right.
Now, when the post did come up, right, now I understand him. He is saying that he never posted that. She is saying the post was deleted.
Right.
In 2011, that is the information she has.
Right, okay.
So she does not have the original post, and she called the person name who she says dug up this post and put it there.
Right.
Now, regardless of if it's fake, you didn't do it or whatever, the point that she's making is somebody said you said this.
Right.
And they put up the post with the person who is saying or alleging that you made that statement.
Right.
And she's asking you to address it. Because let me tell you something, Phillip. If you end up in public office, it go harder questions than that answer.
That's right.
I guarantee you that. And if that is your reaction to questions at that time, just like I told you how you reacted when Fazil, you allowed Fazil to rope you in, then you didn't learn anything from that TV6 interview at all. You understand? And she has a job to do. Her job is to ask you that question and see how you react. She testing you there. I don't care nobody tell me. She put you to the test and you fail. And I don't care what your supporters say, because those who support you blindly will never see the right way. The same way I could sit down here and I could point out 10 things wrong about the PNM and 10 things wrong about the UNC. But a PNM supporter who's a sycophant and a diad will call in and tell me I'm a UNC. And a UNC supporter, when I talk about the party, go call in and say I'm a PNM. So it really don't matter to me. Good? Now, at that point with the comment, when it was made, she then said, I have been a member of the Black Caucus, and I would just like to know what are your intentions towards African people in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Good? Nice. She was asking a question. You drop the microphone, this is cheap theater, this, that, and the other, and you dramatized it. You stood up with a particular tone. If I was sitting and I was a man, I would have stand up too. I would have stand up too, because at that point, it became confrontational. People say she wasn't giving him a chance to talk. All he was doing is talking. But she was trying to talk too, because as the host of the show, she has to regain control of her program, because the program has now gone out of control. Based on a question that she asked that you chose to react that way too. The question that she's asking you to me is a very relevant question. And I'll come into the point now. Because in case all they don't know, or they want to pretend like all they don't know, this is politics in Trinidad and Tobago. The PNM is an African party with an African leader. And getting the majority of African votes, let's go to the PNM. If you doubt that, go and check your statistics. The UNC is an East Indian party with an East Indian leader, and majority of East Indian people go and vote for the UNC. You following me?
I'm following you. I ain't agreeing with you, but I'm following.
Okay, no, but that's how it goes.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that's how it should be.
Right.
I'm saying that's how it goes.
Right.
People vote in this country, most people, because that person looks like me. If you don't want to believe it, that's your business. You're living in dreamland. You, sir, Phillip, and Phillip is a fella like, we just talk good. You tell me what you look like. You look like the smallest percentage in Trinidad and Tobago, that 1% that come under criticism over the last 2-3 years. Heavy criticism. That they run in the country and think that they're making all the money. She's asking you a question. As a man, and I understand where she's coming from. It would appear that you represent this same portion of people that people have a problem with, that making all the money in the country and running the country behind closed doors.
Right.
And you looking like them. What is your intention towards African people? It's a fair question.
Right.
Because you want to get the African vote, as well as you want to get the East Indian vote, the Douglas vote, the Chinese vote. You want people to vote for you, because in case you didn't notice, to win an election, you need at least 300 to 350,000 people behind you. Not 1,500.
Yeah. And she being a member of the Black Caucus, want to know what is your intention for this?
What is your intention? It's a fair question. It didn't call for all of that. If you want to address the question, and you want to be prime ministerial, and you want to be the leader of a political party that is supposed to be different than the other two parasites that we already have, then you have to approach it differently. You cannot approach it like that. What is the difference? Look, somebody put a post. I think it's Mark Ruiz. Manning say Rowley was a raging bull. What is that we just witnessed there? What? A camel? What is that? The cool camel? I don't know. That comes across, it comes across like the same type of behavior. So how am I supposed to differentiate between you and him and the behavioral pattern? You have to know to conduct yourself. You have to know that when you go on an interview, people will ask you questions you do not like.
That's correct.
People has asked Donald Trump all kind of thing every day.
Every single day.
You ever see him get up and throw out a mic and walk out the interview?
No, he tweets.
He will tweet.
Yeah, okay.
Go to Facebook and vent after. I don't care. Say what you want to say on Facebook, but while you're in the public eye on national television in an interview, you have to know to conduct yourself, partner. And she has to get up there and she has to try and regain control of her program. And as a woman, she has to stand there because she's not going to be intimidated. Now, could she have handled it better? Probably.
Probably.
She could have let you get up, rant and rave, and just sit there and, like voice it, take a break, tell you thanks, say your time, and send you on your way. Good?
But she
agreed with a lot of the things she was saying.
Not only that, as I was saying, she could have cut the interview and let him be on his way. she attempted on more than one occasion to have him sit
again.
This is the part that...
But 2 or 3 times she said, have a seat.
She said, Philip, well then let us sit and let us discuss it. Have a seat. She tried on more than one occasion to listen. Let's not stand. Let's sit. Okay, you're upset about the question. Let's sit and deal with it.
Now, in terms of this whole drama here, let me tell you what is going to happen to this. Let me tell all you, right? And I've been straight up with all you. Philip Alexander's supporters going to back him on it. Good. Kim Cole is going to move on this afternoon and have a show with a different guest. She's going to have a show this afternoon. But no, what you mean same thing?
We mean same thing.
Well, all right, regardless of whatever, she's going to go on, have a show today, she's going to have a show tomorrow, she's going to have a show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and there are going to be different people coming on, different guests. And your supporters are going to support you. But where have you reached? How many people do you think have, regardless of who don't like how Kim handled it, it's Kim's job.
Yeah.
That's her job, to see if she's going to get a reaction from you. Based on your reaction, people are going to form an opinion.
Not only that, she's there to get the truth. That's the name
right.
of it. It's the cold truth.
It's the cold truth. If they can't handle the cold truth,
yeah.
Then say I'm not coming on the program.
Basically, because if I have a show named The Cold Truth, I'm going to delve into whatever I need to find out what kind of person you are. You have to remember that you're going up for a position in office. In
office, but I don't think, just to close off, right? Because we have Mark Hardy here. And like I said, the PEP will be on the program in the morning. If they still take the invitation to be here to talk about their rally, they're welcome to come. I wouldn't blank them here time. And I'm sure that if Philip Alexander or one of his representatives call Kim Cole and say, listen, we want to come back on the program and fix that and have a discussion, there will be no problem with that. And the comments could be, we don't want to go back there. That's childish. It's either you're going to face the problem as a potential leader or you're going to run from it. It's either you're going to react in that type of manner or you're going to react in a very calm, cool manner and show that nobody can ruffle my feathers. You ask me a question, I will answer it. And I will answer it in a professional manner because that's what I am.
Don't let them shake up your feathers, man.
You have to learn that because let me tell you something. Under all the thing, it has certain politicians, you see Manning and Pandey and even Kamala. They have some of the thickest skin that you could come across. Because people say all kind of things about them. And they never get on like that.
Because there's an old saying. It is not what you are called, it's what you are answered to. Plain
and you
simple.
have to learn that, Brett. You're an intelligent fella, I'll give you that. You're talking the issues, I'll give you that. But guess what? It have people going to disagree with you along the way. And it have people that will not see things your way.
There are people that are going to try to defame your name.
It have people that will dig into your past to unearth some kind of bacchanal to discredit you.
Something as small as a parking ticket.
And you have to know how to handle that. If that is how you're going to handle it, then you ain't ready. And I tell you that last time, you know, Philip. And you know I tell you that last time. In terms of Azir, you know that. Whether it was on you or off you, I can't remember. But we talk about that. And I tell you, hey, it can't be about views and bacchanal. Look at it. First people like bacchanal. We went from 100 and something to about over 300 this morning when that bacchanal breakout. But you know, if we was talking something constructive, we'd have probably stayed at 100 and something on the live. It would not fly up to 300 something, but that's, you're saying, in terms of, just the other day, Fian with a foot.
Yeah.
Right. That is not your kind of conversation. Like for bacchanalists in Trinidad, that like bacchanal talk. Fian on a foot. You talking about issues. Well then, to get drawn into that so easily. It's like, I don't want to talk about that, so I don't want to be here.
No.
And it can't be like that. You have to sit and answer the questions whether you like it or not.
Truth be told.
And that's how I feel about it. And having said that,
lot of comments.
I would like to hope, because I know Kim don't hold grudge with nobody.
No.
Kim call one girl I know, you call Kim today, and Kim go say, listen, I was trying to attempt and whatever. This is my job as a journalist. I ask you a question. All I want you to do is answer the question. And she's like, she will invite you back on. and she will invite her to address the issue. Because that's how she is. She don't hold no grudge and that kind of thing.
And I think that he should address the issue because it was something that even I knew about. And
I have heard about that post.
I don't even delve in politics, being honest with you all. I don't get into no politics.
I have heard, as a matter of fact, the first time somebody told me about Phillip Alexander, the first time when he started to do the post something with the, and before the even thing with the PP, when he just went and he was starting to talk, when he started to bring up the issue with the cars,
right, yeah.
all the cars
and the potholes and the little thing, right,
and all them little thing. Before he informed PP and whatever, and he was just going on social media and doing his thing, and he was outside by the office of the Prime Minister talking about Keith Rowley fire herself. I was following him and I was talking to somebody about Phillip Alexander. We were showing his clips here.
Yeah, yeah.
We were showing it here. And one of the comments, in the early somebody told me, you know that the KFC and the wall around the Beta man KFC man. I even heard that and I said, my brother, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I even heard that. So it means some people have heard that rumor or allegation, and it's something you need to address.
Just address it. Quickly.
That's all.
Yeah, and move on to the next topic.
So I tell you what, we got to take a break. Tomorrow, God spare life, and God willing, and without favor or any malice, the PEP will be here to talk about the rally.
I shook it and bring him this morning. I thought she should be here this morning.
And I am saying,
I like that.
Well, you're going to tap at me. I am saying, listen, I will cancel all my guests tomorrow, you know. And I will invite Kim Cole and Phillip Alexander on my show, you know.
And let us quell this one time.
The invitation is there. All you coming to talk about PP rally? Kim Cole, if you want to come on the show tomorrow morning, come on the show. Phillip Alexander, if you want to come on the show tomorrow morning, come on the show.
Yeah.
And let me deal with that. And done the story. Because let me tell you something. If you're going, if it is the progressive,
that's right,
empowerment party, then be progressive.
Yeah. Take an example from Stephan, who has apologized twice.
Let's take a break. Mark Hardy's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, our country is falling apart. Our institutions are failing. Crime is out of control. It is our duty to fix it. We are touching on every sector of society. Race, class, and corruption. Nothing is off limit. No holds barred. The Cold Truth with Kim Cole. The power belongs to the people. Join us right here, Monday to Sunday, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m.
Invigorate both mind and body with healthy lifestyle changes. Nicole Huggins and Associates of Health and Wealth Lifestyle invite you to join us on Synergy TV every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. where we bring you information and education about healthy lifestyle changes. At Health and Wealth Lifestyle, we offer a number of services such as live blood analysis, which can tell you if there is parasites or fungus in the blood and more. Body analysis, see how your organs are functioning. For example, your heart, kidneys, or both male and female reproductive system. Our exercise machine, 10 minutes on the machine is equivalent to 1 hour of cardio exercise. Also available, our eco-friendly products. Taste our sumptuous Rolicious Delight, health drinks, and nature's tea. Come on down to Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73, Eastern Main Road, Barataria, or call us at 221-9874 or 288-1108. Remember, your health is your wealth, and prevention is always better than medication.
Eating for Lent is as easy as 1, 2, 3 at Royal Castle with their 3 tasty meal specials. Get the fish combo of 2 succulent pieces of fish, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink, or the fish sandwich combo of a tender, tasty sandwich, 1 side and a 16-ounce soft drink. The Castle uses the freshest fish with its famous enticing local seasonings. There's even a flavorful veggie combo option of a sandwich, a side, and a 16-ounce soft drink. Get more options from Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste for Lent.
Welcome to Regal Products, a household name since 1960. Regal produces a diverse range right here in TNT, all with the primary focus on high quality, from healthy and tasty nuts and snacks, including cranberries, raisins, sultanas, dates, and prunes, to trail mixes like Cranberry Jubilee, Hawaiian Medley, California Exotic, and South Beach, with nutrition-packed seeds like sunflower and pumpkin, and a tasty nut range which includes almonds, pecans, walnuts, peanuts, cashews, and the newly launched corn nuts. Regal Products for superb flavor, excellent quality, and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Okay, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. We have a live interview coming your way. And of course, once again, the invitation is out there for Kim and also for Phillip to join us tomorrow morning. But let's get inside music, my kind of business, my kind of thing. And of course, you all know I used to rap a long time. And I'm not boasting, but I used to do a little rap a long time. So I'm actually honored to have this man by my side right about now. Now, I'm going to call him by the name that you all know him by, but we're going to get into some changes that have happened during the course of time, and he's here to address that as well too. This is Mark Hardy.
My brother.
What's up, my brother? What's up? A pleasure to have you on the inside. So let's start off with what has changed thus far. For those who know Mark Hardy as an artist who has been doing his thing, you've been out there, and I'm here to know that there is a name change, which is very important. Tell me a little bit about that.
So a lot of people don't know, my real name is actually Marcus Brave Boy.
Right.
That's my government name.
Right.
My ID and my license.
Yeah.
Right? And there's just the reason I separated the two is because a lot of people don't know I studied law as well.
Okay.
I have an LLB from University of London. And I also do a lot of business stuff as well. So I wanted to have more of a professional career than the artist career. I didn't think clients would understand. Well,
yes, exactly.
But you know, after years progressed, I realized nothing is wrong with combining it into one. And also there were other Mark Hardys. So for legal purposes, just to protect myself, because I'm going after the international market now.
Right.
Brave Boy, which is my real name, is just more unique. And the other Mark Hardys, one was a Satanist.
Oh, cool.
One was on child and on sexual assault charges. And then the other two is saying jazz and rock. So I say not.
Yeah.
For 2018, let me do my rebrand so it had no confusion.
Yeah.
So you see, I lose endorsements and things because of people mixing them up.
Mix it up for who you think you're going to feel that you are. Say, what's this man? No, I can't forward that.
When I travel as well, a lot of people remember me as Brave Boy.
Uh-huh.
It's like, yo, you have such a dope name, you know. So,
And so you've decided to tie that back in, and so now you're known as Brave Boy.
Brave Boy, just Brave Boy. BRAVEBOY.
All right, so that makes things a lot easier as well too inside of the mix in finding you. Now we're here to discuss a new track that you actually did, but before we delve into that, you being a music connoisseur, I wanted to ask you something. I've been following rap. Rap is not very popular in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
It has gotten through the door, and now it's starting to pick up a pace via the outside.
Yes.
All the artists and they that are all the where's this bearded man? That's it. I don't even say Rick Ross and all that. But now there are artists that are doing something that they call mumble rap.
Right.
And this is how it is I look at it. I always say that everything comes around full circle.
Right.
I remember when I was small, I used to rap.
Right.
And my mom and dad used to be like, what's that stupidity you're saying? I don't understand nothing you're saying. That stupidness, da, 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 da. And for us, we were like, boy, you all wouldn't understand. You all don't get it.
Yeah.
And now I'm of this age, and I have a daughter, I have a son. Yeah. And my son, he might listen to some of that. It have the guys, and they're young, they're 17 years old here. And they listen to him, and one of the guys was like, hey, hear this. And he played 3 tracks to me. All sounded the exact same way. When you're an artist, how do you change? How do you bring about change? How do you make it that you don't sound like everybody else? And this mumble rap thing, is it really something that you as an artist would get into because of the fact that it picks up this kind of pace?
All right, so I'll address the first question in terms of uniqueness. Now, I grew up really looking up to Treason, Bungie, KMC, Ghetto Flex, Ataclan. Those are the artists I admire, you know, when I was young. So even though I'm a hip-hop artist, my core came from Raga Soca and slash rap. So the uniqueness in me is I'm one of the few, or probably the only dance or Raga Soca artist who has fused with different genres and maintained the Raga style.
Right.
So no matter, because I've done EDM, I've done Parham, I've done everything, but my voice and my vocal makes me unique, you know, and I've always maintained keeping the Trini accent as much as I can.
Something I was also looking at. Nice.
And so for me, that's my uniqueness. I respect every artist. At the end of the day, it's how you want to express yourself and your creativity. I don't think there are any rules to expression and creativity. It comes from within. So in terms of the mumble rap now, I actually had the opportunity to travel to Atlanta. And people actually talk like that, you know. So it's like, to say this the most politically correct, just like, you know, people say from the bush in Trinidad.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes you might meet people from the bush, and the way they speak, you know, so let's say somebody from uptown Trinidad mightn't understand what they say. I just feel it's the same thing because one, people from the South in America, they call them country folk.
Right, yes.
Right? They speak like that, you know, and also the mumble rap culture stems from drug culture as well.
Okay.
So doing like Percocet and doing sipping lean and that kind of stuff. Wow. A lot of times when they record, they're really high. and also, so they'll talk in a very lazy way, in a very sleepy way.
Yeah.
Or even if they're not, that's just the marketing. So it's a combination of authenticity in terms of the mumble rappers really, like people from those places really speak like that.
Yeah.
And I think
so they connected.
And to be honest with you, going to Atlanta and seeing it, I kind of understood it more. It's like, you know, like how they say Trinidadians talk real fast.
Right, yes.
It's like that. So it's like somebody trying to understand a Trinidad. Like when I'm around my American friends, I have to slow down my speech.
In order for them to catch what
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I just try to understand the perspective. And the young people, I mean, as you say, like generation for generation, hip-hop, the people when hip-hop just came out, the older folks who went to funk and soul was like, look, you all doing it, our music sampling it. So for me now, I don't sing mumble rap, but I try to understand because I have little cousins and friends in the music industry who are much younger than me. And I try to understand their perspective, and I could vibe to it too, you know. So I just think as you say, it's a cycle.
Yeah. So let's get into the track that you brought here today, which is Rude Boy.
Yeah.
Now, so tell us now. I'm hearing that it's a collaboration as well.
Yes.
Okay, so very important in this is the person that you're collaborating with.
Yeah, I mean the internet makes networking so random. The young lady on this track with me, her name is Giannina Mindriscu. And she is from...
Try and say that fast.
Say that 10 times fast. And she's from Romania.
Romania,
and she's actually a contestant on Romania X Factor. So that is her real name, similar to me.
Yeah.
She has, I don't know if it's a name change, but her name on the track is Janine. Janine. So it's Frank Case, who is the producer, featuring Brave Boy, which is myself, and Janine.
Nice.
And Frank Case is a producer from Switzerland who's worked with Mario Winans and Fatman Scoop and done remixes for Pitbull and Shaggy and stuff.
That's some serious connect right there, boy.
Yeah, so I mean, everything just happened online, to be honest with you. I met Frank Case online a long time ago. I was actually on an artist album in Germany a few years ago, named Ardian Boyupi. I had a song with him called Caribbean. So I've been doing the international collaborations for a long time.
That is great. Yeah. People fail to realize how much of our artists, things that they're doing out there when they're out there, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to sell no dream. It's not, you know, like Billboard top 10 or anything like that. But at the end of the day, it's still opportunities. That album I was on a long time ago, I think it was on the top 40 album charts in one of those, like Denmark, one of those countries.
Wow, that's great.
And so this one, Rude Boy Like Me, I wrote this song, and they wanted a female on it.
Yes.
So because of the English barrier, I had to write some of her stuff as well.
Okay.
We just went back and forth, and it's really about a girl who falls in love with a guy who's from a totally different world from her. So a lot of females have messaged me about this song. They could really relate to it.
Yeah.
So it's like almost like the uptown girl. You know, she like the rude boy.
I know that vibe. Don't let it go, I fool you. Don't let it go.
Well, I hope when you spit some bars, man, you say you start.
But actually, that's what I wanted to get into because is it all? Well, you wrote the thing. It's all in English.
Yeah, everything is in English. Yeah. Everything is in English. And but the vibe is cool. I would say it's like dancehall pop. Okay. Dancehall meets pop. But for me, even though I sing dancehall / raga, it will always be different because I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, and I chant or I rap in a Trinidad and Tobago accent. So for me, that just makes me unique. I don't knock anybody who expresses themselves. That's you. I just say express yourself if it feels authentic to you. And for me, this feels authentic to me.
And this is it's out there already. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. It's actually doing pretty well on YouTube. I should be shooting a music video for it soon. Yeah. And I have a lot more stuff to release. Honestly, like.
Well, I hope that you're coming when you're doing a music video because I could get into the little one.
You could say it had a rude boy. Had a rude boy pose.
I could come back out.
Had a rude boy bow tie.
Yeah. So. I tell them don't get up in this bow tie. I was also looking before this we go. This is retro. This is truly old school. Well, the Hitman Howity always watches our program. How we have a cassette, an original cassette, on as a
I feel as a Howity the Hitman cassette.
And why that look? Why that?
Just naturally. I mean, I was born in the late 80s, and for me, I just always liked the vibe of the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. And I just attracted to retro fashion in particular. Anybody who knows me. So honestly, I have this creative way of making chains. So I would just find something and make it as a pendant. I just saw this cassette. I was moving, and I just saw this cassette home and put it on a chain. And every day, for the past year since I've worn it, every day somebody has asked me about it.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation, to be honest.
It's a conversation piece. You see that thing, Maxwell, boy, what are you?
People want to know. So I have a crazy idea to actually do a mixtape and put it on this and sell it just for fun or even distribute it. Yeah. You know, maybe in the next year or two, I'll
like to actually hold on to something like that.
Because they're making players. It actually came back. I don't know if you know, like vinyl came back. So this came back as well. So they're actually selling cassette players. It's like a hipster thing in the States and stuff. So
no, that gonna be real. I got some cassettes there.
I saw
the stretch.
They got Howity,
Dr. Hyde, all rock with us at the Motor 47. Guys, good morning. So Rude Boy, once again, it's out there. If someone wants to get in contact with you, how will they do that?
Okay, so well, you can hit me up on social media. It's now on Instagram, Brave Boy. That's BRAVEBOY. And on everything else, it's Real Brave Boy.
Real Brave Boy.
I call it Real Synergy. It's Real Brave Boy.
Spit a couple of lines so I saw one time before
this. From the Rude Boy?
Yeah, from the Rude Boy. You can play it in the background. You can get up in the background.
I can sing it a cappella.
All right, you go in a cappella. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Wait until the part finish. Yeah. But you can tell me that I'll do it a cappella. So it'll be easier.
Until you go a cappella.
I'll go a cappella. I'm going to turn Synergy TV and warm up.
Yeah. So y'all get familiar. This is Brave Boy.
Brave Boy.
Get familiar with the new name.
As Mark Hardy.
That's right. You bring down the volume. Forget that.
Alright, I'll sing it.
Yeah.
Brave Boy, formerly known as Mark Hardy on Synergy TV. This is my new single called Rude Boy with Rude Boy Like Me. A boy like me. Hey, yo. A rude boy like me. On Synergy TV. Hey, yo. She's addicted to eye rollers. She's in love with the fast life. She spend her time spending real dollars. You know she wanna live the nice life. She's attracted to finer things, expensive cars and the diamond rings, because she thought that was everything, until she fell in love with a boy like me. A rude boy like me. A swagger boy like me. A multi boy like me. Synergy TV, that's my new single. It's called Rude Boy Like Me. Brave Boy, formerly known as Mark Hardy.
That's right.
Thank you, Synergy, for having me.
Always a pleasure to be on the Trinidad and Tobago. Those tracks drop them first, man. And I've talked to my boss one time, Sharon Amor. I know she's always locked on and listening. We have to get them inside and get this one released as well, too, man.
Yeah, man. So the video coming soon.
Yeah.
Synergy,
yeah.
Look out for it.
We're going to make it that boy.
Mixtape coming out soon. Don't forget, we're always addicted to progress. I have a clothing line as well called Addicted to Progress.
And that's online as well, too?
You can check it out, addictedtoprogress.com.
Nice, man. Beautiful. Yeah. We'll be back to close in just a short while. You'll keep it locked right here inside of the Mix at Synergy TV. It's breaking dawn in the morning. We'll be back.
conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including manual and hydraulic crimpers, pressure test kits, refrigerator sports, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Your original one-stop school shop. Your #1 choice for the widest variety of top quality stationery, school books and bags, school shoes and socks, and ready-made uniform. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited is also authorized retailers for a wide range of top brand name products. They're also the home for Sebastian school shirts and pants. Quality you can depend on for generations. And nobody, I mean nobody beats their prices. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited, with 2 locations to serve you. #1 Tabaquite Road, Rio Claro. Telephone 644-BOOK. That's 644-2665. And #3 Guaguari Road, Mayaro. Phone 630-BOOK or 630-2665. The Next Generation Limited. Next Gen, the Everything Store Limited. Ready to serve you because you are an exceptional customer that deserves exceptional quality, price, and service.
This is the Regal range of baking and cooking products. Regal became a household name in the 1960s with icing sugar, which still is the market leader more than a half of a century later, expanding to custard powder, baking powder, cornmeal, popcorn, rolled and quick oats, peas and beans. Regal continues to make cooking and baking more fun for everyone. With the #1 roti mix in the nation, we continue to expand our product range to meet consumers' needs. Regal products for superb flavor, excellent quality and affordable prices. Available at all leading supermarkets across Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Begin imagining with Value Optical and the start of the voyage of discovery with eyewear beyond your dreams. See the beauty beyond through lenses that transition you into the supernova of tomorrow. Open your eyes today and see your wonderland. Save up to 25% on wondrous eyewear style and technology. Visit us in-store or online for details. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
This is Tactical Enterprise, leading wholesalers for all cell phone accessories, cell phone armored cases, OtterBox cases, tempered glass, memory cards, headphones, chargers, flash drives, and more. Located in Cunupia, Trinidad, they supply cell phone store owners wherever they are, in Trinidad and Tobago or across the Caribbean. If you want to get high quality cell phone accessories at the lowest price, then check out Tactical Enterprise in Cunupia. They work with and supply small, medium, and large retailers. So give them a call at 716-2900 or email them at tacticalenterprise@hotmail.com. They offer free delivery to any part of Trinidad and Tobago. Tactical Enterprise.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn. We've got to wrap things up for today. Thanks to Mark Hardy. Thanks to Vasant Bharat.
Hello, it's Brave Boy.
It's Brave Boy.
That's right. His name is changed, and he's Brave Boy.
All right, so it's Brave Boy. Thanks to Brave Boy, and thanks to Vasant Bharat coming here this morning. Just lower that for me quickly.
Please.
All right, so tomorrow, before we go, I just got to let people know tomorrow. Tomorrow the PEP will be here, Janice Cricky will be here. I have told her she could bring Philip Alexander. He's welcome to come.
Nice.
I'm also extending the same invitation for Kim. And let them not trash it out that way, but I'd civilize discussion because I think in the scheme of things, not the scheme of things, but in everything that took place yesterday, an important question was asked, and an important question needs to be answered. And in terms of moving forward, and some of the things that he had to say on social media, because he had some, I understand that on his live last night, he had some very, very, very...
He said some things. I actually saw his live.
And he used some names and some language inside of there. That is very offensive.
Yeah.
But of course, you know, some people will find nothing wrong with that. But think about this. In 2 years, when you're looking to go up for election,
this is what's going to come back up.
That is ammunition for every other politician to use against you.
Every other woman's activist group, everything that will come across.
Women.
And today being International Women's Day, to all the women of Trinidad and Tobago, on behalf of the Breaking Dawn family, we'd like to wish you all a very happy day. Hope that you all have a great one. Guys, today is like another day to treat the women right. I don't know what is happening on International Men's Day, because like, we don't get no forward at all.
That's November 19th. We are a good way out from that.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
When it come around, nobody don't give me no forward.
You know, so, like I said.
I don't like it. Get the men and them a little forward too. Ladies, but take it.
Constructive criticism will always be there to
does that mean I
have.
do something good for you today?
We open the
No, I know it's international.
We open the constructive criticism as well.
Buy a coffee to treat you right or something. I think like a donut or something.
Until tomorrow, people, don't be too quick to believe everything you hear, since lies travel faster than the truth.
And always remember to aim for the moon, because if you shouldn't miss, you're still going to be amongst the stars. Happy International Women's Day.